that show.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Bam, we're live. Yeah. So much good feedback. Even my mom, last night I went out to dinner with my mom and she's like, wow, the John Hackelman show is great.
The after texts were making me sad a little bit.
The what?
The after, like the text thread afterwards, like the dogs.
Oh, about the dogs?
Yeah. It's like, dang.
Hey, Caleb, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, right? After the show is over, for those of you who didn't see the Hackelman dog, we were talking about dogs that get congestive heart failure. And so he sent a picture of his dogs that died and one that's alive. And then he said, hey, can you give your dog a hug for me? I was like, wow. Holy shit. Oh, shit. This show's not recording on the back end.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Oh, mine doesn't say recording.
I just checked it before.
Oh, you're awesome.
Yeah, I got the little.
There's a Michelle Shanks. Happy 4th. I used to know Michael Shanks. I mean, I don't know what I mean by I used to know him. Patrick, hey, good morning. America, fuck yeah. You know when you know one asshole with a certain name and it kind of ruins all the other people you like with that same name?
Yep.
Yeah, any name in particular?
No, just thinking. He who stands on tiptoe doesn't stand firm. Does not. He who stands on tiptoe doesn't stand firm. He who rushes ahead doesn't go far. He who tries to shine his own bright. Jesus. I'll try again in a second after I put on my toe spacer. I sent O'Keefe a text afterward and I was like, hey dude, you should point Sammy at BIRTHFIT.
What'd he say?
He said, yeah. He said, send me a link.
Awesome.
I almost feel like I should make the introduction, although I'm sure Sammy can reach out to anyone, and be like, hey, it's me, Sammy. I mean, they're going to know who they are. BIRTHFIT's like fully immersed in the CrossFit community, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But man, that lady, Lindsay over there is a crazy resource. Every interaction I have with her kind of blows my mind. I was, do you know anyone who's taking peptides besides me and Hiller?
No.
Do you, Caleb?
No, we have people ask for them regularly, but we don't.
So yesterday I was somewhere and they came up and 3 people in the room. I was in the room with it was me and 3 other adults were in a room somewhere. And they came up and all 3 of them were taking peptides.
Really?
Crazy. And they're all taking BBC 157, but the T500 one.
BBC one though, huh?
Yeah, the BBC, and they said that you have to take the mix. They said you have to take the mix. You should not be just taking the one. That it's so much more powerful if you take the T. Is it T500? So I text our peptide supplier. I'm like, hey, can I get the TB500? Hi, Travis. Good morning. Allison, hi. Good morning. Allison, did you work out against Glover Teixeira at the CrossFit in San Luis Obispo and I filmed it? In my memory, you guys did Grace together against each other. BBC 157 is potent. Yeah, they said with the T500, it's way, 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 way better. Oh, look at another endorsement. Mikkel Fair. Peptides are better than Tide Pods.
Nah, you should still be eating those Tide Pods.
Okay, here we go. Number 24 from the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu. He who stands on tiptoe doesn't stand firm. He who rushes ahead doesn't go far. He who tries to shine dims his own light. He who defines himself can't know who he really is. That's the God one, people. He who believes in God will never know God. He who has power over others can't empower himself. He who clings to his work will create nothing that endures. If you want to accord with the Tao, just do your job, then let go. Rambler, good morning. You're late. I thought you were normally the first.
Rainbow's always the first.
Look at Jan getting excited. I'm about to smash some Tide Pods for the 4th to celebrate my freedom. What do you mean? You're in Europe. What do you mean? You're in Europe.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
believe- Can you believe in our lifetime there was they were saying that if you didn't get an injection that was made by company X that you couldn't go into certain restaurants? That was in our lifetime.
You couldn't have your job, dude.
Yeah, you couldn't have your job. You couldn't work at Noble. You couldn't work at Noble unless you got the injection.
Yeah. For safety.
There is a company out there, starts with a P. It's got another consonant right after it, that was making drugs that had convinced the world that if you didn't take it, you couldn't work at Noble. It's like, oh my God, can you believe how stupid people used to be in the 40s? They actually gathered up Japanese people and put them in camps. What retards.
Just you wait.
Yeah.
It's going to get worse.
But we're with the crew.
Crazy.
We're with the crew. Nothing's changed. We're with the crew. We just rolled up on 2020, just dumb as fuck.
Yeah, it's funny. You're like, how could we make those mistakes? Why would we ever do that to people? And then we're like, just give it a few years. Everybody will forget. We'll do it again.
We live in a society where there's hot chicks who have rings in their nose like this. Like crazy hot chicks who have steel in their nose that boogers run down. And look into a steel device. Oh, I don't have my steel device. I left my phone. They look into a steel device and talk to it and dance. And then it's just fucking crazy. It's just bizarre. We are in bizarro world. Someone sent me a Instagram page of this crazy fucking hot chick who works so hard on her body. She's clearly a CrossFitter, and she does a lot of cool like dances and stuff. But this fucking nose ring, it's like so clear. Do you guys agree with me that it's clearly a manifestation of some sort of fucking like?
I don't think I've ever put that much thought into it before. I mean, they're not definitely my style. Like I wouldn't get one.
Not your style. So your balls itch, so you reach down into your pants and you itch them, right? And sometimes like you kind of look around and like, is anyone watching? Or like you ever have your dick pointed down and it's like sweaty and you kind of want to pull it up like and have it point up. You know what I mean?
You gotta unglue it.
Yeah, and you kind of look around a little bit. You know what I mean? If you're driving in your car and it's your wife, you just do it. If your mom's sitting next to you, you kind of just like wait till she looks out the window or something. And if it's like your sister-in-law, you just don't do it. You just deal with the discomfort. There's some sort of discomfort that forces you to take some sort of action, some sort of noise in your brain. It's a discomfort, a physical discomfort. Then it leads to a thought, and then you take action on it. Well, so what physical discomfort do you have that leads to what thought that makes you think it's gonna be fixed by putting steel in your nose? A bullhorn. Those are to lead bulls around with. I don't understand.
Maybe they're waiting to be led around.
I like that. I love that.
It's one theory.
I love that. I fucking love that. Stephanie, let me guess. You have a nose ring. Stay in your lane, Sevy. I am. I'm the brain lane. Self-expression. Do you see this? This is Audrey, you're going to hate me for this. This is liberal talk. This is like, I so want to be for affirmative action. I read all the shit that Michelle Obama has been writing lately about how we need affirmative action, but she doesn't say anything. The self-expression. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, you know what? When I peel my dick and my nuts off my leg, I'm like, wow, this is some amazing self-expression. It's not how the brain doesn't even work like that. That's a placeholder for someone who doesn't. This isn't towards you, Audrey, by the way. That's a placeholder for someone who doesn't want to get to the real root of what it is. Self-expression. No, that is no, that your self-expression is not. Let me tell you what it is. You're like, damn, I have a nice fucking ass and I work hard on it. And I know that if I hang this thing out, these guys will click on me. It's more like that. And you're right.
Is there anybody who has just this, like just the bull ring, or is that like the evolution of the rings? Like, do you know where there's not a single piercing, not a single other tattoo, but has this piercing?
Just
right
that
there?
one.
I feel like that's like stage 3. Like first you get this guy, then you go like the cartilage, then you get crazy and you're like, fuck it, I'm doing the bull ring. You know, it's like it's an evolution.
I think it starts with the tragus, the one like right on the outside of the ear, and that's where people get it so they can like alleviate their migraines. And then
I'm
That's
triggered that Caleb knew about it. Oh, that's functional, Caleb. That one's functional, Caleb. You're
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a functional piercing?
So check this out. There's technically in the military you can get these like piercings. They're not really piercings. They're just like acupuncture basically, and you can put them in places in your ear, and it alleviates like migraines, like nerve pain, that kind of thing. So people who, I mean, if they're not in the military, you can just get one on your tragus, and then it's supposed to alleviate your migraines, so you don't have them anymore.
This Caleb reminds me about people who like get abortions because they're afraid the baby's gonna kill them at birth. It's like a 1% of 1% of 1%. Like Caleb read about it in some medical journal about some sort of pressure point in the ear, and now he's like, yeah, well, those are.
I
clearly
didn't say
you
that
need
they
to,
work, but people
He
get
just
them.
was giving us one explanation of the thought that occurred before the action.
Ackerman's ass didn't do a Zoom call for us, but Sevi didn't let me know. Audrey's ass didn't do a Zoom call for us. Who what? God, I want to understand this one. I want to understand it. Bull ring is from the Egyptians. Look at this. I think they're cute. I think putting steel in your nostrils and having it dangle out is cute. I think blocking your breathing cavity is cute with steel. Pressure, poking a hole in that really sensitive septum part of your nose and blocking your breathing cavity and putting something there that collects mucus is cute. You guys are way too judgmental. I'm not judge. I don't know if I'm judgmental.
What are you guys?
And boring. Yeah, you're boring because you don't like. You know, sometimes what I do when I'm masturbating, I cover my mouth and try to fucking suffocate myself too, and then blow snot all over myself just to keep it exciting. Yeah.
Hope we don't find you in the shower one day with like a.
Sometimes I just put a pillow over myself, and when I jerk off, I pretend like someone's trying to extract is raping me, extracting the. Fuck, boring and cute.
Oh no.
Oh, it doesn't block anything? Oh.
Does Allison have one? Has she had one?
Her husband had one. He hated it.
Oh.
He hated it. He did it for her. Yeah, self rape. Oh, there we go. We probably got dinged for that. I said the R word.
Yeah, twice. It's definitely. It's definitely flagged.
I can't stand that word. What was I thinking this morning in the shower? Wad Zombie. Sevan, they have fake magnetic ones. You should try one for science.
Hey, that might be a good experiment. Like we put a bunch of them on and then we ask somebody a question and then we take them all off and then ask another person a question and we do it to like 10 people on each side and see if there's any difference in the answer. But we ask
the way they respond.
Yeah, but we ask the same question, you know.
Oh, what is worse, a nose ring or smoking cigarettes? I don't know what you mean by worse, but definitely I would don't smoke. Don't burn shit and breathe in the fumes. Nothing. Don't burn anything and breathe in any of the fumes ever. I don't even like candles in my house anymore. If my wife lights a candle, I'll just walk by and blow it out. I read some shit about it. Like, there's just shit in candles you shouldn't be breathing. Caleb was like, bullshit. Just quit being a fucking worrywart.
That's the same thing as me reading an article and thinking it's legit.
Right. On burning candles is legit?
Yeah, just like me reading an article on piercings and saying that they alleviate your migraine.
I don't know. Fire's pretty powerful. I don't know. Do you think smoking cigarettes is disgusting?
I mean,
I enjoyed it.
I don't really prefer it because everything around you just smells like cigarettes. and that smell is impossible to get out of your shit. You know, like if you ever lived with somebody who smokes cigarettes.
Yeah. If you don't smoke, I guess that's a great point. If you don't smoke, it's gross. Was that your cat? That was a great audio clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my cat.
I'd love it if my wife made that sound.
You wouldn't have to use the pillow as much.
You're right. Honey, hold this pillow over my face. We fight. Who gets to be the victim? Who gets to get suffocated?
What about the Nicorette gum as like a cognitive enhancer?
Yeah, I mean, nicotine's powerful. Nicotine is fucking powerful.
You know anybody who's gotten addicted just to the gum?
Yes, I know people who got off. They didn't enter with the gum, but I know people who smoked and then went to the gum, and they just can't quit the gum.
Well, I guess if you had to choose between the two, right, the gum's going to be better for you.
Yeah, here you go. I mean, I'm telling you, it's nuts. Toughest habit I overcame was smoking cigs. Holy shit, nicotine is addictive as fuck. Jan Clark, nicotine is great. Hey, if I bet you if you mention peptides around people, people will be like, "Oh, I'm taking those." You'll be surprised. I was blown away. 3 people. I was in a room with 3 other adults. I mentioned peptides, and all three of them were taking them.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And then I was like, "Oh, my sponsor sells peptides," and they're all like, "Oh, can I get some?" All 3 of them.
Let me get the QR code up at the top of the left hand of your screen.
Hey, how do people get needles? You just go to Walgreens? And how do you get the water?
I don't know.
The water you can get from Walgreens. I think the needles you can get from Walgreens too.
You just go in. You can just go in there and buy them?
Yeah, you just ask for insulin needles. I found them on Amazon too.
You did?
Yeah.
Cheap?
Yeah, I think it was like $10 for like 30 pack or something.
Are you allowed to? Would you be allowed to take peptides, Caleb? Do they test for that in the Army?
They have to have like an explicit reason to do it. So like if somebody has like testosterone abuse, like they're like abusing steroids. So technically, I imagine I probably would be able to.
Couldn't you just be like, my shoulder hurts, and I'm taking BPC 157 to heal it?
Yes, but they would prefer. Yeah, I'm sure they would have a cow about it because it's not prescribed by like my provider.
There's no were you insinuating that there's some sort of relationship between testosterone and BPC 157?
No.
Oh, okay. Like the fact that I'm shooting this in my arm should just heal my tendon. It's not like going to make me more buff, right?
That's the way I understand it. Yeah.
Is it working?
I don't even know.
Well, does your bicep feel better?
It had what Hiller did to it. It feels if it was like if it was hurting like at a 7, what Hiller did to it made it a 2. And whenever I put the needle BPC into it, it goes back up to a 3. and then the next morning it goes back down to a 2. Meaning just when I hit it with the needle, it gets just a tiniest bit irritated.
Mm.
But those other 3 people that I was in the room with swore by it. Like fucking swore by it. This one person said that they did it for 8 weeks and they put it in all different places in their body.
That was
I just hammer it right here. And actually, it's funny. Now that you ask, my arm actually feels amazing this morning. Like probably the best it's ever felt.
Isn't that funny though? When something bothers you for like a long time, and then the second it goes away, you just forget it ever happened. Like super quick.
Right.
And then someone asks you, and you're like, "Oh yeah, my hip doesn't hurt anymore."
Right.
Wow, it's the biggest deal ever 2 weeks ago.
I'm never thankful when I wake up in the morning when my back doesn't hurt.
I only notice it when it hurts.
Yeah, or hiccups are kind of like that, right? They're driving you crazy and then they're gone, but you're not like, whew, they're gone.
Yeah, I have the ultimate cure for hiccups.
Yeah, what is it? What is it?
At the time.
What is it?
You have to take like not a full glass, but like an 8-ounce glass of water.
Mm-hmm.
And you take 2 to 3 paper towels, depending on how cheap you are with your paper towel use.
I used to do that.
And you cover it, and then you slowly drink it enough to where it doesn't tear the paper towel, but it still comes through there.
Oh, you don't drink it from the other end? I would put it on and drink it from this side.
No, you just cover it, and then I just drink the water through the paper towel.
Oh,
And the act of you like slowly drinking through it, having to like suck a little bit, but also having to drink, gets rid of it every single time. It used to be like a party trick back in the day.
can you
in my
just
early
give someone a blowjob
20s. Me?
to get rid of hiccups?
I haven't tested that theory. But the paper towels over the cup seems to work well. Hopefully somebody uses that now that like listens to this and has them.
There's a pizza place. I don't know if I told this story. I apologize if I have, but I'm gonna tell it again. There's a pizza place that's that's on the beach in Santa Cruz. It's like a block from the beach. And I park with my kids about a mile from this pizza place, and we get on skateboards. I don't. I walk. I usually go with my mom and the 3 boys, and they skate to the pizza place, and I walk with my mom, and we just hang out and talk and walk along the beach. We get there. I order the boys a slice of pizza, and then they skate back. It's just street skating, and my mom and I walk the whole time. The lady who works there behind the counter, we've been there, let's say 100 times. It's not 100, but let's say 100 times. And for the first 50 times we went there, she wouldn't even say like hello to us. She just sits there. It's like probably some 20-year-old girl. And there's like some old Mexican lady. When I mean old, I mean younger than me, 47 years old Mexican lady who's cooking the pizzas in the back. And every time I come in with my kids, she leans over and looks at him and waves at him. She's nice as shit. But the 20-year-old girl who does the register could give 2 fucks, right? Like no welcome, no hello, no nothing. So my mom paid the other day, and I said, "Hey, Mom, if that lady would have said, 'Hi, how are you? Oh, nice to see you in here with your grandkids again. Such cute boys,' or anything, right? Oh, we just got a pizza out of the oven. Maybe you should consider getting this one. This one's really warm. It just came out. Or we used extra pepperoni today. If your kids like pepperoni, anything, right?
Or just, hi guys, good to see you again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just took some of your social awareness and just shared it, or your situational awareness. So, but we get out, and I asked my mom. I said, "Would you have tipped her $1 more?" And she goes, "Oh yeah." And my mom's not like a big tipper or anything. And I started doing the math, and I was thinking if she has, in the places always has just a steady flow of people, right? There's always like a couple people in line there. And I started doing the math, and I'm like, shit, if she did that 6 times, if she got an extra $6 an hour and she worked an 8-hour shift, that would be $50 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And if she worked 5 days a week, that'd be $250. And that's $1,000 more a month, tax free. And then if they put it cash in the jar, and then that's $12,000 more a year, which is the payment for for a pretty nice car, $50,000 car.
Yeah, but she lives at home with her parents and has everything supplied for, and just has to do that job probably to like just stay doing what she's doing. So she doesn't give a shit.
I've seen people be nice to Greg in a Starbucks and 3 months later have a job that pays $150 on more than 2 occasions. I can think of 3 right away. I've seen people be nice to Greg in a Starbucks and get a job for $150,000 a year within a few months. Just by being like civil.
Yeah. I used to kill behind the bar because if you came to me twice in the same
If you came on you?
Okay, you're just gonna do that with everything I say this morning. Kenneth the lap. You're overthinking, Sevi. There's a transition for you.
Tell me about coming on you at the bar. I want to hear it.
I was just gonna say, if you came up to me twice and got a drink and you were there for a little bit or with larger party, by the time you came up the 3rd time, I had your drink memorized.
Oh yeah.
You'd be walking up, and I would be
Awesome.
like, hey, another whatever again, as you were coming up, and they'd be like, yeah, thank you. And so that little acknowledgement would go such a huge way. You might get $1 or no tip on the first drink,
Yeah.
maybe $1 on the second. The 3rd one that you remember, boom, like $5.
Yeah, and now they're a little buzzed, so they're soft, they're ready.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly.
I think Kenneth, that's a typo. He just means you're thinking, Sevi, not you're overthinking. You're thinking. Jimmy Gross, Sevan, unlike Haley, Mal still hasn't given us a legitimate reason as to what. I don't even like the wording of this. Sevan, unlike Haley, Mal hasn't given us a legitimate reason as to why she took the year off.
Haley did.
Even O'Keefe seemed unsure to navigate that conversation when you spoke to him the other day. I don't Jimmy, I take full responsibility for what I'm about to say to you, that I'm reading into what you're saying, but like, she doesn't owe us shit. It seems like you're making the implication that she might owe us something. Like, what do you mean legitimate reason? There is no legitimate reason, and every reason is also legitimate. I don't understand the statement, what you're trying to imply. But I don't think Mal or Haley or O'Keefe owes any of us shit. Here's my only thought on the subject. I'd be curious what Caleb and Matt thinks. I think at the end of the day, Mal's going to fucking regret the same way fucking Froning wishes he wouldn't have fallen off the rope so he could have had 5 wins. The same way fucking Cara Saunders is probably so pissed that she couldn't push through a neck injury. I think Mal at the end of the day is going to be like, why didn't someone just fucking make me do it? That's what I think. That's the only thing. And I'm not saying, I know that I'm bringing my shit to it as a 51-year-old man who doesn't have any of the skills, has never had the skills or the opportunity or the heart or the work capacity or the work ethic to do what Mal has. I want to say all that. I just think at the end of the day, she's going to wish she would have done it. I think, you know what I mean? I think she's going to be like, fuck. Like, I think that, this is not a dig at O'Keefe, but I think O'Keefe has to say that stuff. Oh, I'm so proud of her. I'm so this. I'm so that. I'm not. I'm like if that's my kid, like I want their safety first, but I'm also would be like, yo, motherfucker, do this. like face this fear. Fears are a motherfucker. You're fortunate if you get to face a fear. You're fortunate. It's a blessing. At the end of the day, once again, it's just physical discomforts that manifest as thoughts that then you react to and behave. The nose ring, the cigarette, the worried about what other people think. It's all it's the same for everyone. It's all this other stuff where it's just personal expression or it's trauma or these other words that describe. It's always the same mechanism in human beings: physical sensation, thought, action, reaction. It's what we're all doing. There's no nuance to it. Nothing. There's nothing complex about it. The Buddha figured that shit out, and it's the way it is. It's how hunger works, ejaculation, pulling out of the games. They all take the same road.
You think she still goes to the game?
In terms of the psychological mechanism? I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. But I think she would have for sure had the feeling that you were saying if she showed up on, at the venue and walked around, she'd be like, fuck.
What do you guys, what was the question I was going to ask you guys? What you guys thought about what? About was
whether
it
or not she regrets going?
Yeah. Was that what it was? Do you think she's going to, what do you think, Caleb?
I think that when you're looking at what O'Keefe told Matt on his 5th year, he was in a spot where Matt, it was like very black or white. It's like, if you don't do this now, you're never going to have a chance to do it again because you're at the end of your career.
Right.
If you look at Mal, I mean, and also the infancy of their relationship with O'Keefe, I don't think he has a leg to stand on in the sense of like, hey, if you don't do this, you're going to be fucked. So I think he's almost like, well, I have to kind of tiptoe around this.
Or he may have, for all we know, maybe he did give her the hard talk too.
Yeah,
and it just didn't work right.
Maybe it like fractured a little bit of their relationship. Maybe it damaged it a little bit because she pushed back. And I remember being her age, and if any adult told me to do anything, I was going to do the exact opposite. Just being like, no, I'm not doing that. Still kind of do that, but.
You think that she should have? Do you think that in the end she's going to regret taking the year off?
I don't think
5 years from now, 10 years from now. No. What do you think, Souza?
I think over the long haul, like 10, 20 years from now, she may regret it. But I think as far as it stands right now, she probably doesn't. She's probably sticking to her decision. But if she did go to the games, I bet you she would feel a little regret for not being there. I mean, who wouldn't, right? If you're a competitor.
There's plenty of time to come back. No, there is no time. And have a big legacy. There is no time. No, her legacy already is. She pulled out. She just started her story. Her story is now she pulled out 1 year. Her story could have been she pushed through whatever her issue is. She put her head down and fucking and let it all go. Accepted her situation, and let it go. I know it's harsh. I know what I'm saying to you is harsh. I know it's not my I know it's not my journey.
I think Tia was the safety net. And then once the safety net was pulled, like you could do as good as you can, but you'll never have to worry about getting first because Tia's already got that locked up. And then once that cleared the path, it was like, oh fuck, if I don't get first, this will, you know what I mean?
That was someone made that implication, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Gross, a lot of young talent that will catch her with this year off. I mean, fuck, man, Emma Carey is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember, was it James Newberry who was talking about how he was training with Tia and then he took a year off and then came back and started training with Tia, and just that extra year of volume that Tia had accumulated over him, she was like light years ahead of him.
He did say that. I remember something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a good point.
Christy, the fact she God, I love your profile pic. You're just happy you're looking at her. The fact that she wanted to work out after coming back from the hospital with bronchitis, I find it hard to believe it was solely her choice not to compete this year.
Good point. Good point.
I don't understand. Explain that to me. I don't understand what she's saying. Meaning she's self-destructive, and someone like one of her parents are like, hey, you have to, went the opposite way. I'm saying was like, hey, you have to take a year off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like if she's so committed that it's self-destructive, that's also a problem. Wouldn't you agree?
For sure.
I was thinking yesterday, I feel bad for Hunter McIntyre because he has the same name as Hunter Biden.
Is that the name that you hate across?
No, I actually like the name Hunter.
All hunters?
No, Hunter's cool. No. Good question though. Good memory.
Dude,
will you pull up number 82? This is fascinating to me. It kind of reminds me. Did you know that? Have you heard about Serena Williams' dad? Serena and Venus's dad. Did you see those documentaries?
No,
there's a documentary and a movie with Will Smith in it. Say that again, Caleb.
I heard they were good.
They're amazing movies, actually. Will Smith is fucking crazy good. But basically, they make him look like just the best dad in the world, and then later on, you find out that he had like 5 kids or something from another marriage that he just abandoned, and those had to be kept out of the documentary and the movie, that part of the story, in order to get the rights to do them. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hunter Biden child support settlement promises paintings, not last name. This is just, as part of a settlement, Roberts will drop her demand that Hunter, 53, will allow his child to take the Biden family name. He fucked his stripper. That's her job, right? Taking her clothes off. Maybe she's even a prostitute.
Adult entertainment.
Yeah. Navy's the daughter's name. Navy will get one painting to keep her for herself, either for her private collection or go into a gallery designated by London Roberts. So there's this. Oh, it's a stripper. Is it rude to imply that a stripper also fucks for cash? You think that's too much of a leap?
Too much of a leap? No.
Yeah, like if I do coke, I also do ketamine. Like, you think it's like?
I mean, I'm sure some of them have a line drawn, right? Like where they don't do that. But I would probably say it's probably like an 80 to 20 ratio. Like 80% probably would, depending on how much
would or do or have.
Both. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then 20% who are like, no. But I mean, ultimately they're there to get money. So if you find someone real rich dude who's like, hey, how much do you make tonight? 10 grand. Here's 10 grand to come home with me right now. Like, are they going to say no?
Okay. Right. Okay, well then this chick London Roberts basically used her body to make money and the desire of men. That's what she did. She shook her ass and her titties around, and that's called a stripper. And then she met the president's son, Hunter Biden, and they had sex. They had sex. Oh fuck, my phone is fucked up. Yeah.
Sounds all choppy. Yeah.
Hold on.
Too much of a leap. Jesus.
And
no time to pray, Adam.
A caller, hold on. I'm doing my normal fucking rigmarole.
Can you hear me? Oh, there we go.
It depends on who you are. I can hear you if I like you. Who are you? Do I like you? Oh yeah, I like you. I can hear you good. Hi, Will. You okay? You
What
following
about now?
Yeah. You think strippers like it categorically fuck for cash?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think that's like high class, right? What are those called? Escorts?
I don't know. I don't know that. Yeah, escorts. I don't even know. Do escorts fuck for cash? I thought escorts like you just pay them and they pretend to be your girlfriend for a night
Yeah, and then they go home at the end.
if you pay them enough.
Yeah.
So this guy, the president's son, won't let his daughter take his name. This can't even be true, right? It's not lost on anybody that Jill Biden wrote a children's book and dedicated it to her grandchildren. The lawyer went on. She could have kept it at that, but she named every child except Navy. Wow. I went to this girl's Instagram account, London Roberts. She seems
Jill
cool.
Biden?
No, I didn't go to Jill Biden's
Is that
Instagram
her?
account. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Hunter Biden has sold 5 pieces of artwork in 2021 at $75,000 a piece, a fraction of the top asking price of $500,000 for a Biden original.
I can't believe it's his.
Wait,
art.
so he's selling his own artwork? Like
Yeah,
he's
well,
painting it.
He paints it and then sells it, but he also gave some of his artwork to his child that it seems like he's denying is his own.
Huh.
The paternity test validates Roberts' claim that Hunter was the father of her child, and younger Biden subsequently agreed to pay $20,000 in monthly child support.
It's crazy. He's never had a job.
Making $40,000 a month is nice. It's a nice amount.
Yeah.
20,
Comfortable.
20,000's. Anyway, hi. How are you?
Good. Just wanted to wish you guys a happy 4th.
Oh,
Haven't talked to
thanks.
you guys in a while.
Yeah, I forgot it's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. I'm going to a friend's house today. I don't normally leave the house, but I'm going to a friend's house today for a lunch. A pool party.
yeah.
Pool party. It's cool.
Fun. Caleb, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go pick up some fat ass fucking steaks and
Nice.
throw them on the grill and
Have a couple of beverages.
have a couple beveraginos.
Nice.
How about you, Will? Will, are you 21?
Pick up a fat.
Oh yeah, 22.
Oh, awesome. All right.
Driving to a beach wad now with Nick Matthew, and then maybe we're gonna have some people over after.
No shit. You're friends with Nick Matthew.
He coaches my mom, yeah. So he's the coach at my mom's affiliate.
Well, that's awesome. You must feel safe. Nick's gay, right?
No, he's not.
Oh.
He has a family. He has a daughter and a son.
Oh, all right. My bad. All right. So maybe you don't feel safe. Is he in the car with you now?
No.
What?
Oh my. He's not in the car.
Oh. Hi. Oh, Nick, he's in the chat. Hi, Will. There he is.
Amazing.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
No way.
Well, I mean, someone named Nick Matthews in the chat with the smallest shirt I've ever seen on a man.
I can't even see the thumbnail.
Nick, can do your nipple? What is the rule on the crop top? I thought you said you're driving with Nick Matthews somewhere.
No, I'm going to. We're doing the gym's doing a beach wad, right? So there's a lake, and we're gonna do a workout at the beach.
When those crop tops, if you're a guy, when you lift your arms up, should your nipples show or no? It still stays. It should hang below your nipple.
If it's
Free the nipple.
Yeah, I think it's.
I think at the top of a thruster, you're all right if it shows a little bit.
A little bit of nipple. I mean,
That's
God,
a-
that
that's
is
a
a
short
tiny
crop.
shirt.
That's a short crop. That's like sternum level.
You ever wear the crotch? You ever wear the crotch top, the crop top, the little mini shirts? Will?
No, I do not. I'm either taking it off or leaving it on, and I'm taking it off halfway through the workout. It's not at the start.
Smart. Yeah. I don't take my shirt off until 3 beers.
Oh my god.
Hey, do you think it's weird if you start the workout with the shirt off? Like if they hit the button and it's like 10 seconds, and then like a dude just pulls his shirt off immediately. Like, is that weird?
I think it has to be off before or after, like if it's a 4-round workout after the second. right? It can't be like 3, 2, 1, go. You do one set and then you're taking it off, right? Because then what's the point? Then you're just wasting time.
It's true.
I here's the thing. We started the show with fucking nose rings. Like, to take your shirt off is like doesn't even register on the. Doesn't even register. Take your shirt off in the first round, the second round, the 8th round. Take your shirt off. Don't ever wear a shirt again. Wear the Nick Matthew crop top shirt. It's all normal compared to putting a fucking bull ring in your nose.
You're not about the nose rings?
It's just fucking tarded. It is truly like it's one more thing. Like, hey, before you do that, you should see what the thought is in your head that made you want to do that. You should really take a look. What a great opportunity to see what you're thinking deep inside of you that would make you want to put a fucking hole in your beautiful face with a piece of metal, dangle metal from your nose as part of your fucking presentation to the world. There's something there. It's free. It's right there. So it's free. You can just see. I mean, can you imagine going out and being like, fuck, I just don't feel like myself without a fucking nose ring. I just I just have to do it. It's like, fuck, dude, take your shirt off instead. Chill.
Maybe you'll put yourself then.
I don't think you're mentally ill if you have a piercing. I think I think it's one of those things that it's like, hey, it's a great opportunity to see something. Yeah, eyebrow ring, all that shit, dude. There's nothing in you that's like, hey, I'm gonna go punch a hole in myself today. There's nothing. There's nothing. What's the word? Even earrings, but you know, it's like I'm so socially fucking acceptable. But there's nothing. No one's gonna think about punching a hole through their penis until like someone else has done it, or dangling a piece of metal from their nose until someone else has done it. You don't come up on that.
Someone's got to be the first.
Now, masturbation, you will think of that. Yeah, someone has to be the first, you know. But like, there's things that are just natural, right? Like pulling your hair out of your face. Like, I get it. You have this sensation that you can't see and it's bothering your eyes, so you take your hands and you pull your hair out of your face. But what is the thought and the physical fucking sensations you're having that makes you want to fucking punch a hole in your face? There's something there. Figure out what it is. I'm not saying, and then fucking after you realize what it is, that fucking Uncle Buck diddled your Cheerio when you were 5, or that like you want to be like Sally next door so fucking bad you can't stand it, then either get it or don't. But just to say stuff like it looks good or blah blah, shut the fuck up.
It's the expression of my inner self.
Yeah, all that nonsense. So fucking crazy.
What about belly button rings?
It'd be stupider, the dumbest of the dumb.
Stupider for sure.
I had this crazy fucking hot chick in college, and the first thing I did is I made her fucking take her belly button ring out.
Sounds like
fuck are you doing?
Toxic.
Sticking a piece of metal right where your mom was fucking connected to you, feeding you. You're gonna let some fucking scumbag fucking take a gun and fucking shoot a fucking $3 piece of steel into your belly button so that some dude can fucking find you more attractive to fucking bust a nut on. No, thank you.
Oh boy. Hell yeah.
Mas stupido.
Oh,
thank you,
goodness.
Audrey. Oh, sorry, Joel. My bad. Belly button rings are sexy. All right.
Joel's sexy. Look at him.
Hey, wasn't there a time when like you would see like in the 80s there'd be like a girl who had a belly button ring, and then you'd see the chain go down into her underwear, and it was like connected to like a clit ring or something. Do you remember that shit?
No, that sounds extreme.
I think that was just connected to a wallet.
Oh, right.
Right, like the chain wallet, Sevan, like the big chain wallet.
Oh my goodness. Philip Kelly says Cisco has a belly button ring. There's no way. I mean, rappers can do shit like their own, like, you know, I'm not like a huge tattoo fan, but like Tupac fucking kills it. Like, what am I gonna do? That Thug Life tattoo, that shit was awesome.
What if I got a face tat? Something right here.
Kenneth, Sevan, did someone with piercings and tattoos hurt you? Held me face down in the sand with a pillow over my neck. Yeah.
It was the opposite. I have piercings.
I could hear his piercings clangling around. Wow, Cisco really does have a fucking belly button ring. Holy shit.
In an eyebrow one. I mean, that definitely looks pretty cool.
Wow, David Weed, Tupac's tats was whack. Wow.
Mm,
Oh my goodness.
I don't believe that.
Wow, look at Sleeky meat wallet. What's a meat? Is a meat wallet just like meat wallet means you just have really huge lips, right? A meat wallet. Is that what that is? Like just
I think it's
really
just another
thick
word.
labias and majoras and minors and shit. I did really like Cisco.
Oh, my
I
goodness.
really did.
Wow.
Cisco's the shit.
That
He can't
picture of
still be
Nicki
alive.
Minaj's ass is just insane.
Oh, look at look at this. It's weird for guys to have a belly ring. Yeah, I'll go with that. Weird.
Nah, normal.
It's weird not to let your kid have your last name. It's weird that the president of the United States, who is the toughest against crack cocaine and gun use, his son is fucking gun-toting crackhead.
Come on, man.
Thank you.
It's freedom, brother.
Yeah. All right, Will. We'll tell Mr. Matthew I said hi. Let your mom know she's not as safe as I thought she was. But she's at least in good hands.
I will. See you guys. Happy 4th.
Okay, love you.
Later, Will. Happy
Will,
4th.
Will Plummer, longtime contributor. Hey, this CrossFit Games update show on Friday is going to be awesome. I got so much good shit. Did you guys see that video that Fikowski and Vellner put out with the FAAA?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I
it's
haven't watched it yet.
it's crazy.
What is
It's just ridiculous. It's like there's a line in there that they use that the athletes know more about how the event should be run than anyone else. And I'm like, actually, you guys know the least.
Wow, that's interesting.
Like it's not if you know the most, then don't even show up to the games and just work out in your own gym. The only reason why you work out there is because the fans go. That means they know the most, or the volunteers go. Like, it's just crazy. I can't wait to fucking ass pound those ding dongs. Their logic is so poor. They sound like they come from a fucking socialist regime. Everything, there's nothing that they say. It's all about feel good stuff.
Mm.
Well, I think we should do 13 thrusters because it allows me to express myself.
That's weird that they would say the athletes know more because traditionally it's always just been the envelope's been pushed by Dave. He's always just extended their capability. Like each
yes.
day, right? It's like if
Yes.
all the athletes are here, Dave's gonna like just put the bar here, and then everybody rises to it. Then he just puts the bar here, everybody rises to it. So without that person kind of like pushing it forward, the athletes would just stay right where it was comfortable. No,
Right.
So how would I don't know how they would.
Well, all this stuff. I'll play the clip for you. It seems like that they're just talking about everything. Like the implication is that the venue, the workouts, the times, it's like, dude,
stuff like that.
You don't know shit. That's not that. You're so biased. You're the performer. I'm biased. I know you didn't mean it like this, but there's the word biased. Yeah, they're so biased. I'm not my best self while doing thrusters. Well said. It's like, shut the fuck up and get out there and work out and let us judge you. What about 76? Honesty. 75. Honesty. I like honesty. My voice sounds like I smoke today.
Little rasp.
Raspy.
A little morning voice.
Oh, Krishnamurti. For those of you who don't know, Krishnamurti, very interesting character. I'll read this and then maybe I'll share a thing or two about Krishnamurti. Was friends with Bruce Lee, Charlie Chaplin, Khalil Gibran. Friends with a lot of like cool people in that era. And they claimed that he was going to be the second coming of Christ. And when they presented him to the world like that at the age of 30, he spoke at this huge event that the Theosophical Society was putting on. Jake says he looks like a closet homosexual.
Oh,
He was an Indian boy, Indian man, and he said that they told the people who had raised him all those years said that, hey, you are the second coming of Christ, and you need to tell these people that. And he went up there and said, I am not the second coming of Christ, and he abandoned his whole group of people that had been holding him up for 30 years and raised him as this great spiritual leader. And he escaped. Basically, he left India and he came to California and lived in Ojai. For those of you who don't know Ojai, California, it has got to be one of the most beautiful places on planet Earth. Have you ever been to Ojai, Souza?
Mm-mm.
It's inland from Santa Barbara. I assume you haven't been there, Caleb?
I have been there.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, it was a long time ago though.
Wow.
I used to be. My dad was stationed at Vandenberg when I was a kid.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I think that's where Mariah lives, by Vandenberg.
Yeah.
The lady who made that.
Lompoc or no?
Yeah, Lompoc, I think, or that's where she was raised.
Yeah.
Wow. Small world. He says, without understanding yourself, without being aware of all that is operating in your own mind, how you think, whether you are copying, imitating, whether you are frightened, whether you are seeking power, there cannot be intelligence. And it is intelligence that creates character, not hero worship or the pursuit of an ideal. The understanding of oneself, of one's own extraordinary, complicated self, is the beginning of intelligence, which reveals character. So for all of you who are like, oh my God, Sevan's going on about tattoos and piercings and just any of those things that I say that like, you're like, oh, that's silly or that's this or that. At some point, if you ever get on the fucking path, at some point, and most people won't, that there's the line in there. And that's why I'm saying before you get the piercing or the tattoo, you have a free chance to look inside yourself, to just circle around that thought. Why do I want this tattoo? What is the point of this tattoo? And like, if you get it or not, I don't care. Cool, get it, have fun. But there it is. Without understanding yourself, without being aware of all that is operating in your own mind. And the greatest opportunity ever, that's why they say meditation's so great, because you sit still and then you can see something that pops up that wants you to stop meditating. I have an itch. I'm hungry. I want to get a tattoo. I need to fucking go kiss my wife. Oh my God, did I leave the stove on? The mind starts playing trick, and you can just sit there and watch those thoughts. I don't know who said it. It was someone maybe on the show, maybe Susan or Kayla, but a tattoo is a permanent mark of an impermanent thought, a permanent marking of an impermanent. It's just crazy. Anyway, I didn't even know that this was this. I guess this is in here, not because I started the show with talking about the nose ring, but I guess it's just the theme in my life. It's the path, man. It's the way. Every day, just find one thing and try to dig down to the root of it. What's the thought that made that thought? And then when you see that, you don't have to stop. You can be like, what's the thought that made that thought? And you can keep just drilling down. Mike Flair. I think Jim Jones and David Koresh were saying the same thing. Fine.
Is that the presidential helicopter he's in front of?
Yeah,
Like
looks
Marine
One.
Wow.
And then that might be Air Force One, even further back.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
it.
it is.
Dang.
And look, his hands are tied together with like a chain in the front.
It's all disheveled, and that's Hunter Biden behind him. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm getting a tattoo of a girl giving a ghost a blowjob, but it's her ass hanging out from under the white sheet.
That's fucking awesome.
Like a ghost in a sheet.
Yeah.
Like the girl's under the sheet, and then you just see her butt.
Oh, yeah. Like Casper.
That's so good.
That is pretty good. I like that. Yes, sir. That is Marine 6 and Air Force 4. Wow, that's cool. There you go, Joel. There you go. You're on. There you go. You're on. Is there an original thought? There you go. Get it. Get it. There it is. 57 masks. Mascolas. The offended one's great too, right? Like if you're offended, like that's an opportunity to just look at that. Like, why are you offended? Instead of like doing an outward manifestation of it and going over to the federal building and burning it down, you can look and see why you were offended. It's like, and if you don't, it's a missed opportunity to go deeper. And then eventually, if you get attached to being offended, now you have mental illness. All those little things Oh, look, I wrote something. If you're not feeling good inside, definitely don't wear a mask. You need air. Okay, let's hear. Play. Fucking masks.
This is our old friend. One you never want to see again, perhaps. But this mask can make a difference, not just outdoor, although I did see someone outside running on my way here wearing one of these masks. At least he was wearing a mask. But even indoors, if you have a situation where you don't have air conditioning, you have a situation where you're not feeling good inside, continue to put this on. This will make a big difference for people. This is
if you're not feeling good, put a mask on. No, listen, that's the exact opposite of what you should do.
Especially if you're running.
You're sick, and so put a mask on to protect the people around you.
I think they're at this point, they're just like, hey, let's just weed out the people who could actually think and who cannot. And then we'll gather up all the people who cannot. We'll identify them because they will have the masks on and they will become our followers.
Sleeky, I'm shocked at the number of people I saw in masks at the grocery store yesterday. Still, I'm so confused. So here's what I think. Sleeky lives in California. Do you live in California? Because I noticed there's all of a sudden a huge increase of masks around me. So somewhere, what happens is there's some social media or some mainstream media thing going on right now. Like if we watch CNN or something, we would know. Yeah, here we go. And this guy's in California. I saw a whole family overweight wearing respirators just the other day. Yeah, something's going on. Oh, that's the first time I've seen. I don't remember seeing you before, Josh. In your picture. Yeah, I see people driving around with masks too. It's crazy. Does Sleeky have an OnlyFans? That's not her butt. That's like Cardi B's butt or something.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or something like that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, though. See, that's all it takes for guys. That's all it took to spin that thought.
Yeah.
It's a picture of a butt. Next thing you know, checking her out on Instagram, trying to find the OF. We know.
The OF. Okay, 54. Police. What time is it? Oh, it's good timing. It's gone?
No, it's giving me a restricted. What the fuck?
Let me see. I clicked on it too. Oh, restricted video must be 18.
It didn't do it for me.
Wow.
Can you pull it up?
And then,
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Music.
It was 77, right?
no.
54.
54?
Never mind. I don't know where I heard 77.
Yeah. How do you get past that restriction?
I don't know. Let me try using my page instead.
Because I put, I'm over 18.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I've never seen that on Instagram. You guys want to see what we're seeing? Look, I'll share this.
Yeah,
Real quick.
I've never seen that either. Or at least one thing that doesn't let us bypass it.
It works on mine.
Oh, you
I'll
got
pull
it. Okay.
Well, yeah, you can show that.
Restricted video. You must be 18. And then when I click Y, it doesn't get me past it.
I think. Oh, I probably know why. I just have to turn the settings off. But here's mine.
Shit, Jake Chapman, you must be over 5'5" to view this.
Jake's bringing the heat today.
He is. Okay. Graphic dramatic video shows police officer shot in the neck as his partner fatally shoots suspect while pulling hostage to safety. This is what I think of when I think of police. Not that they work for the man or that they're bad guys. This is what I think. Do we have any audio?
Let's see your fucking hands! Let me see your fucking hands now!
Hostage situation.
You got him, Jay.
So for those of you who didn't see what happened, there was a fucking hostage situation where some lady was screaming help. The cops ran to her safety, killed the fucking guy, and one of the cops got shot in the neck. But you're upset. Because the cops are questioning you when you're walking through a store with a black hoodie on, talking to yourself and the store owner calls and says they saw you put stuff in your pocket. And you're like, dude, how about contextualize the rest of the shit they're doing in their day? Kayla, when's the last time you've been pulled over?
Well, it's been years. It's a really long time.
Souza?
Yeah, long time. Not since I was up to no good.
Yeah.
Now I don't go out at those times at night as much. So
My wife culturally appropriated yesterday.
what do you mean?
So she went to so it's kind of a crazy story. My son ran into another boy. They collided into each other, and this boy's knee hit my son in the cock and balls. For the last week, he's been complaining that his dick hurts, and I've been looking at it and shit, and like it was bruised a little, but it didn't look bad. But finally, she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna take him to the hospital," because we're thinking about leaving town. So she takes him to the local hospital in Santa Cruz, which is just a complete joke, right? And they're like, "Hey, we don't have any pediatricians who can pediatricians who can look at dick." I think they're called
Urologist.
Yeah, urologist, but a pediatric urologist, right? Okay. And so she goes. So they basically have to. What's crazy is four people had to like touch my son's dick yesterday and like question him and shit. And she said that they were all cool, but she said when the fifth person came, she's like, "Hey, she's already like had 4 people like fully examine his cock. Like, what's the deal? You just had 2 doctors in here looking. Now you got another person." And they're like, "Well, I have to do it. I have to do it." And then finally someone came in and is like, no, we already did it. And so and this is at Stanford now. This started at 10 a.m. at one hospital. My wife went to fucking probably like 7 different fucking hospitals because they kept sending her from place to place to place. And she finally gets to Stanford and she's there. And by the way, when she was in Santa Cruz, they fucking told her, "Hey, we'll take your son in an ambulance to Stanford." And my wife's like, "No, he's good." I mean, like he was perfectly fine. He'd been playing some tennis. He had been doing like he was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
He was just complaining that it hurt a little bit down there. And they insisted on an ambulance. And I'm like, no, there's no fucking way he's going in a fucking ambulance. I don't want him like around these fucking people like more than he has to be. So she gets to the hospital and she's having trouble finding exactly where she wants to go. And so she calls the doctor back at the first hospital and he's like, "See, you should have taken the ambulance." I want to fucking kick that dude in the fucking teeth. Hey, dude, just be fucking cool. Anyway, this is where my wife went fucking did the cultural appropriation shit. Or she's black too, like me. I didn't even think of that. Maybe she's black. Maybe she didn't culturally appropriate. But anyway, at one point, the doctor says, "Hey, are you sure that this didn't happen because something like nefarious, like someone touched your son or something?"
I think they have to ask that, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Regardless
Sure.
of the situation.
And when it happened, my wife and I didn't see it happen, but like it happened on Greg's driveway. Like we were, where his fire pit is.
Yeah.
And then just right up the driveway is like where the collision happened. And I didn't see the collision, but I heard he screamed and started crying right away. And I looked up and then I think me or my wife went up there. But anyway, so my wife's like, no, it was nothing nefarious. We were basically right there. We were 15 feet away from him getting drunk. No, she didn't say that. We were like 15 feet away from him when it happened. And she said that she felt guilty, like she was lying.
Yeah. It's being accused of something, right?
Yeah, she felt, and I said, "Hey, you can't do that." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "Blacks have a, of course, they own that, like
monopoly.
They have a monopoly on feeling, feeling that way, like that they're lying or something. Like the same way when if I go in a store with a backpack, and I feel like I stole something, I'm right away like, but I did the opposite. I am black, but I told my wife she culturally appropriated it, but I didn't even give her the chance to opt in for being black.
Maybe you should.
I will.
Not very inclusive of you.
No.
Yeah.
You would think someone in your situation would be more inclusive.
Understanding of the situation.
Understanding of self.
No one has a monopoly on that. Everyone feels that way. No one has a monopoly on it. There's no skin color that makes you feel like. Stop believing the media. We all feel it. We all feel we're all trying. Yeah, we all feel it.
It's like you go into the store and then it doesn't have what you need and you walk out, but you didn't buy anything and you have to go past the register and you're like,
Yeah.
things don't beep, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know you don't have anything.
Right. Yeah.
You hope it doesn't beep.
Like I don't even when they like you would go into an ice cream place, I remember, and they would be like, "Do you want to taste the ice cream?" And I always did, but I didn't. I wouldn't say yes because I felt like it somehow was like stealing. What if I don't buy any? I mean, it's like no ethnicity or group of people has a monopoly on that. I can't see. You know what characteristic really annoys me about people is people who are always trying to get something for free. Always. They're just in that mode. Do you know anyone like that?
I used to have a good friend. We used to call him Snake in Tall Grass. His name was Jake. Jake.
Wow.
And he was the type of guy that, like, you know, everybody's getting together and a couple people are bringing some beers over or whatever. And then after everybody's already had one down and kind of a little bit looser, then he shows up to the party and just starts going through the fridge and like drinking everybody else's beer.
You knew that he had that planned?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It used to be the joke. Like, who's going to sponsor him? Like, he'd go out with you and like sit down at the table and be like, "Oh, I'm not really eating," and just kind of wait for somebody to be like, "Oh, it's all right. I know you're hungry. It's all me. Don't worry about it." Or, "We're going to share these appetizers anyways." And he'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Leftovers.
Yeah. "You guys down to smoke?" Only brings the blunt wrap. No.
Jake Chapman, what have short-sighted gynecologists and puppies got in common? What?
They use their nose. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know.
We'll never know.
Wet noses.
Oh. I was so bummed that I used up all the AI minutes. I was so bummed.
And that was the
I was so
that was
fucking
the like big package that I could buy right off the get-go too.
I want to find someone to sponsor even the bigger package. You want? Did you? I made a post from it. Can you pull up my Instagram, Caleb? I made a post from it this morning.
Oh, it still says we have 86 minutes left.
It does?
Uh-huh. Oh, because it kicked back one of the other videos. It stopped processing partly through.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, because it's 120 minutes and we only have 86 left.
Here, I made this one this morning.
Let's see.
This is related to the nose rings, by the way. This is my own. But by no means should anyone think that I'm claiming that I'm perfect. I react to shit all the time.
It's like right now. I don't know which one to look at.
Yeah, I react to shit all the time. I'll fucking go eat stuff in the refrigerator at fucking 11:30 at night to cover up some sort of issue I have. Okay, here we go. Philosophically, I fucking am 100% against them. Emotionally, intellectually, and visually, I'm 100% for them. I mean, there's tension in my being. I'm not I'm not on one team between my. I mean, the thought of just fucking running full speed with my face into a set of giant fake tits sounds fucking awesome. I mean, I don't know. But I just find it weird that like a dude, that's the thing that's weird. Look at Allison NYC, fake tits are pure poison. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. It says philosophical. I should have I look at, but I forgot to change. It says investor and founder relationship. It's supposed to say up there, tension around tits. Tension around tits.
Investor and founder relationship.
I don't even know why it says that. I didn't know how to use the AI software.
That's amazing.
Look, Jan Clark can confirm running full speed into a set of titties. Yeah. Look at Logan Mars. Sevan, not only are you not perfect, you are no thing. Thank you. I accept.
That's hilarious. Going to the city today. This should be interesting.
Why?
We're going to go see a Giants game.
No shit.
Yeah. Remember I was telling you we have a family.
Do you have a catalytic converter in your car?
I won't after today.
Do you?
No, in the Honda Civic? I don't think so.
They don't have
know
those?
shit about cars. You're going to expose how much I don't know about engines.
Well, I don't know either.
And
But if you do have one, you're not coming home with it. Where are you going to park? Where are you taking Bart in?
No, hell no. I'm done with Bart. Take Bart? Ugh. No,
Uh,
we're gonna park. We got like remember I told you we have
who's
a family
going?
friend.
Who's going? This is fascinating to
Just
me.
Grace and I. Just Grace and I.
Will you get like a beer and peanuts?
Hot dog?
I don't know.
I would get beer and peanuts for sure.
I don't think I'll. I don't know. It's like a nicer area, like inside.
You
the
have
ballpark.
seats. You have seats. You're not in the
Yeah, we have,
bleachers.
No, we got Remember I told you got a family friend that plays for the Giants.
No, I tuned
Yeah.
you out when you talked about that. No, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Awesome. Well, anyhow, it's those tickets. So we got the tickets from that family, and they have like nice, like club level seats. So you go in and you get like you know, the little wristband and the drinks and the free food and parking's right up in front. We kind of walk. So we're driving and gonna park inside the lot inside the park.
Nice.
When you park in there, let me know if you see a car that's worse than yours. Play that game like, as you park.
Every car's worse than mine. You know.
You mean better than yours?
Yeah, better than mine.
Hey, so I used to play that game when I used to have a Toyota pickup truck. I'd be like, whose car is there? Someone I would never see a car worse than mine.
And see the funny thing is you've only taken short trips in my car. You never realize that there's no radio and there's no auxiliary cord that works anymore. So my phone put into a cup holder when I'm listening to like podcasts like this show or a book, or I'm listening to headphones. Also, 3 out of the 4 windows don't roll down.
Yes.
So
that's awesome.
the side that rolls out, and the AC doesn't work. So if you get in there and it's hot like it is today, you can't even get air out of your window.
Will you take your car?
No, and ironically enough, my car's in the shop right now getting fixed.
So you'll go in Grace's car?
Yeah, we'll go with Grace's car.
Will you drive or will she drive?
I'll probably drive. It depends. She gets car sick pretty easy. So if we go somewhere further, she'll end up driving, which was weird because whenever we went anywhere, it didn't matter how long the road trip was. I always drove. Like I just drove. It was default. Then when she started getting like car sick easier, she started driving more.
Do you guys have any issues with one of you being a backseat driver?
It's probably me while she's driving.
And does it bother her? Or does she appreciate it?
Mostly it probably pisses her off, but there is times. I mean, I'm just like a crazy defensive driver. Like I literally drive like everybody's trying to fucking kill me.
Yeah.
So I don't sit in people's blind spots. I find cushions. I don't drive crazy fast. Like I give myself almost a ridiculous amount of space from the person in front of me. Like there's a lot of that. And so if I drive with you and you don't drive like that and I'm close to you, usually I'll probably say something. I'll be like, damn, we got to see inside these people's car. Or like, or like, fuck, how long do you think it's going to take us to stop the car with you going that fast down this road? Longer than you think.
That shit would piss me off.
Hey, you don't need to know that many of your close friends that have died in car accidents to become a little traumatized.
Wow. You got some of those? What is this? Sevi, pay your people. Jeez, what's this about?
So you can get in the car.
The car.
Oh.
Hey, the car is strictly a choice. The car is a choice. I feel like if that sucker, I'm gonna run that thing to 300,000 plus miles if it'll go. I have no desire for a car payment. I do not give a fuck what it looks like with the car I drive in. I'd rather have enough money in the bank account to buy a new car over 10 times than to have a new car.
Do you have a Toyota, Caleb?
No, I have a Jeep Cherokee.
Oh.
My wife has a truck though. Chevy Silverado.
Do you what year?
17.
Oh.
He's got
I thought you were gonna say like a 95 or a 97 or something.
No.
Jake Chapman. Wow, what an astute observation. The beat up car is Susan's nose ring. Look at 2 people at work got their catalytic converter ripped out during work hours the other day. I said, that's some San Fran crackhead shit. Can you imagine that? Listen, you just worked all day. You woke up at 6. You fucking worked all day. It's fucking 6 o'clock at night. You get back to your car and someone has done damage to your car that's 3 days worth of work. You don't think that those people should just fucking get the shit beat out of them? Like go to like they took they've taken 3 or 4 days of your life, of your energy, your time on planet Earth, your hour. It's just not. I think of myself as the criminal in those situations and like what I need done to me.
Hmm?
Like
What do you mean?
like I picture myself as the one who stole that guy's catalytic converter, and now he has like what should be done to me. And it's like I should be forced to like go work at the shit plant for a month
Mm-hmm.
and only be fed 1 meal a day. Do you know what I mean? Like the place when you flush your toilet and the poop goes there.
Yeah.
I should be forced to work there for a month with only 1 meal a day.
Well, if there were harsher punishments, there'd be less people that did that. No one fucking gets in trouble for it, or they get a slap on the wrist and they're back out on the street stealing your Cadillac converter the next day.
Logan Mars, I work at the shit plant. Yeah, but you get to retire after 20 years. Catalytic converters are stolen from more from Toyotas than any other vehicle. It takes less than 2 minutes if they know what they're doing. You know what's crazy too, Jessica, is I think the city of Seattle and another city is suing Toyota and Kia because they've made it too easy to steal. And that right there explains to you the problem with society.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Hey, that's the same logic that if a girl wears clothing that's too easy to get off, she deserves to be raped. Because I guarantee you that it's like every dude on planet Earth wants to get pussy. But not every dude wants to steal a catalytic converter. So it even makes more sense. It's even more of a justification for rape. I mean, it is fucking bad. We live with fucking lunatics. Hey, there's things that we have to go do that are against our nature in order to make society and civilization work. Like there's some things that we have to push up against, right?
Like, what do you mean?
You can't allow just men to be like just their full expression of who they are in terms of like club a woman over her head, drag her into a cave and start a family.
Yeah.
There's a time and place where that was appropriate, and it's not anymore if we want to live in a fucking society. Like we have to, it can't just be survival of the fittest has to be expanded. We have to make room for smart people and different forms of success based on what we need evolutionarily to thrive as a society. Like we can't kill Thomas Edison and then never get the light bulb just because he fucking couldn't, fend off pirates.
Yeah, I get it. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Someone's making a Colton doc.
Yeah, I think Swolverine is.
Mm-hmm.
That supplement company.
Oh, do they do protein powder?
They do. I think they have whey and like vegan protein powder.
Can I see their website?
Sure.
They'll have the CEO creatine soon.
Yeah, I would love that. CEO creatine.
What?
Creatine.
Hey, I do really like that Podium lets you make your own blend.
I
you
find that on their
like
site.
choose your own shit.
Yeah.
Choose your adventure.
Can you do that on the Swolverine site?
I don't think so.
Oh, look, they got some greens.
They got cocaine white. They got hippie green. Wait a second. Who took that picture? Oh, are you kidding me? Abigail Donut is sponsored by them?
Guess so.
Wow. Why was that one bottle, the picture of it like that? Yeah. I feel like that needs to be turned the other way. Wow, I can't believe they got Abigail Donut. That is awesome. I hope she fucking kills at the games. I would really like to I'd like to get on the Abigail bandwagon. You kind of need to be good for me to get on your bandwagon. You know what I mean? Like you can't just be ass.
Yeah. Yeah, no ass wagons.
Yeah.
Hey, have you guys either heard of this? Speaking of Edison, the longest running light bulb is in Livermore. It's actually
Did it stop working?
No, it's still going.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it at a fire department or something?
It's at Station 6. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I love brisket. Sevan, may I DM you a picture of my meat? God, I'd love to see it. I love brisket.
Adrian.
Did you see it again recently? Do you go to that firehouse where it is, right?
I don't know. I don't go
Oh.
to that firehouse, but it's in the neighborhood that I grew up in. So I had a lot, but
my wife was benching earlier and was asked if she could be videoed by some 20-year-old girls trying to train. I don't even understand.
like she was in the shot, or they wanted specifically to video your wife.
Yeah. David loves smoking meat. DM me. The Swolverine CEO is cool too. Oh, well, good. Did they have a Pride blend? I'm asking for a friend. All right. What else? Oh, here we go. We've been at a Globo gym and they wanted to video her benching.
That still didn't.
Just as like a reference for them to look at.
Yeah.
They could
Hey,
see like
can
what
I-
it looks like to bench well.
Tripods.
Or maybe they were just going to do some sort of TikTok video with her like goals or
Sort
Look
of
at this ass clown.
yeah, or be like when I'm they're probably like 16-year-old girls and Jake's wife is like 32 and they're like, when we're old, we want to look like her. Right?
Oh,
Oof.
Number 78. I feel like the show is oh yeah, this is so good. This is so good. People are waking up, right?
what do you mean by waking up?
Meaning like people are like realizing like the affirmative action thing. It's like, yeah, like you want to help people. Affirmative action is not the way to do it. Not to be racist against white people. You want there to be safe places for you want to be not prejudiced against gay people. And you want people to be able to express themselves. But gay people are realizing like, holy shit, the fucking pedos have hooked their fucking wagon up to our shit and being manipulated. Black people are realizing that they're being manipulated, that the fucking Democrats are truly the racists and it's not the fucking Republicans. There's a difference between saying I want a Jew as my accountant instead of a black man versus, that's not racist. That there's a nuance there of discrimination and prejudice that's different than racism. Like I just feel like people are just waking up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I pick Usain Bolt to be on my track team over fucking Sevan. Like,
I think people are willing to look at it more logically than just take it for the emotional face value and then run with it.
yeah,
Right?
just
On the surface, all those things sound great. Like you wouldn't disagree with any of them if you just looked at the very surface level of what you're.
yeah.
talking
Affirmative action sounds great.
about.
Yes,
Like, awesome.
yeah.
But then
Yeah.
when you really start to dig in and like
Yeah.
question it or like hold up against its rigor, like is this a good thing or is it not? And then you really go down that rabbit hole. You realize maybe it's not. Good intentions, but not good outcomes.
I was reading what Michelle Obama was saying about affirmative action, and basically what she was saying is that people get into Harvard based on how hard they throw a ball, who they know, how rich they are, where their parents went to school, all this stuff. And so that was her justification for now adding color on there. Skin color. And the thing is all of those other things that she chose have nothing to do with skin color.
Mm-hmm.
So she's saying, because we let people get in, it's not even logical. Because we let people get in because they're rich, we should also let people get in because they're black. It doesn't even make sense. What if so now black people have an advantage of getting in two ways, if they're rich and if they're black? But the thing is who cares if you let black people in or not? The thing is that means other people can't get in based on their color. So how many hundreds of thousands of fucking white kids didn't get to go to the college that they wanted to go to?
Asian kids, you mean?
Because of their Asian kids, because of their skin color. No one like it's fucking batshit crazy. And then at the end of the day, yeah, people want to help. Sorry, Tank Reeves. Correction, Mike Obama. My bad. There's no way that's true, dude.
Yeah,
There's
no way. I'm not.
I went down the rabbit hole and it just wouldn't stick. I think that okay. Can we do a poll, Caleb?
Yeah, what do you want to say?
If you have to choose one, the Earth is flat or Michelle Obama is a dude.
Oh,
You have to choose one. I'm going with the Earth is flat.
I would go with that over Michelle Obama as a dude.
Yeah, but let's see. Let's see.
If I had to choose one.
Well, this is a fucking, listen to this. Logan Mars. I don't agree with this, but it's still a beautiful sentence. They do affirmative action when the real value of the institution is at an all-time low, so it's a non-issue. I mean, it's a beautiful dig. The last thing we want is sending fucking anyone to those institutions anymore. Okay, here we go. Let's play this, and then we'll check out our poll. Please vote in our poll, our scientific poll. Do you think, if you have to choose one, that Michelle Obama really is a man, or the Earth is flat? If you choose the Earth is flat, that means you think Michelle Obama is a woman. If you think Michelle Obama is a man, then that means you think the Earth is round. Either way, you have to be some sort of quackadoodle. Please jump on one of the quackadoodle buses. We'll be leaving shortly. Thank you.
Suspended belief.
Holy shit, Bruce Wayne, Michelle Obama over flat Earth. Wow.
Mm,
Oh my
okay.
God. I'm judging him. I'm judging him.
Interesting.
Mr. Obama and Mr. Obama. Did someone write that? Oh no.
Don't be a flat earther. Michelle has a dick.
Someone wrote that? Oh shit.
Voila.
I think that's Tank Reeves' wife.
What?
This 9-year-old girl at a jiu-jitsu tournament triangled Avi and sat on his face. You know what a triangle is? You guys know?
Yeah.
And afterwards, I'm like, hey, that girl sat on your face. He did not like that. He's like, stop it. I'm like, stop what? I just saw that girl just sit on your face. He was pissed. He did not like it. I wanted to take it up a level too, but he's only 8. I really wanted to but I was like, I'll wait till he's 12. I hope some chick still triangles him when he's like 12. I mean, he's only 8. The chick was 9. I mean, she triangled 2 matches in a row.
Oh, same move.
Yeah, he
basically mount too.
He basically, you know what? She triangled him on from the bottom and then rolled up on top of him and just mashed her vagina in his face. It was crazy. I fell down the Michelle Obama penis trap, but I just still can't do it.
What's on video?
The penis. I think her penis, that she's a dude.
No.
I mean, have you fallen down? I went down the rabbit hole. It's fucking.
I haven't really fallen down, but I've heard the major argument like there's no pictures of her when she's pregnant.
There's all this footage of her out now with like a penis, like you see something flopping in her dress or her pants and shit.
Dude, I have such a hard time even believing anything anymore. Like with all these deep fakes and all this other shit, it's like.
This Rambler triangles are the best. Purple belt here. Awesome. Congrats, by the way. I told him the other day, I can't remember what I promised to buy him, but something. Oh, I promised to buy him a $1,700 fucking like a scooter, like 4-wheel drive. Like he wants an all-terrain vehicle. So
Rambler?
Bad. What?
Rambler?
No. Sorry, Avi. This girl triangled him, and I said if he triangles her back, I would buy it for him. He tapped her from a triangle, but it wasn't really a triangle. He didn't lock it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck you. You don't get, I'm not spending.
Oh, you caught him on a loophole, dude?
You have to lock it up, right? You think you think it's a triangle submission if you don't lock it up?
What do you mean? How? So the arm was across?
It was across, but it was kind of like this, and he was squeezing and pulling her in and shit.
So once you pull in and across, and this comes.
I wanted to see it locked like he was like it was like that because his legs are so short.
Yeah,
2 foot nothing.
Oh man, you set him up to fail.
Yeah, I was gonna say so you're basing a success
really?
on how big he is.
If you get the ankle in the crack and start pulling on just wow.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely locked in. But either way, they tapped, right?
All right. $1,700 scooter coming. That Hackelman show is awesome. What a unique path he has had. Dude, great show. Sevan is an Indian giver. Is that racist? Probably. But you're English. You don't even know, so you good with it.
Get out of here.
Okay. Sorry, Caleb. You let's watch. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Listen up, people. Here we go.
Hello, LGBTQIA plus, baby. Y'all are doing too much. And yes, I'm gonna be the one to say it, because if a straight person says it, y'all gonna say they're homophobic, this, that, and the third, and it's like, no, boo. You're just doing the most, and it's really not cute. Because can someone explain to me why I'm seeing all these pride videos, people in the streets acting like they ain't got no fucking home training, but see Bucci, Chi-Chi's all out on display for everybody to see, middle New York, broad daylight, minors present. Like, since when is that okay, sis? Because it's not. And bitch, don't get it twisted. On a scale of 1 to classy, I'm not giving royal family by any means. Like, I love to turn up, shake some ass, and have a good time, but bitch, time and place. And that was not it. Y'all, when I tell you I saw this chick, practically nothing on top of a water fountain, water spraying all up in her cookies, nookies, and crannies. I'm just wondering what type of antibiotic that doctor's gonna prescribe for all that. People hanging from street lights, hooking up on the side of the road. What in the land before time Neanderthal behavior?
Hey, that is exactly. I am telling you. That is exactly what the gay pride parade is like when I used to go to San Francisco. I forgot about that. There's people hanging from the lights and shit naked, or like a guy wearing a skirt hanging from a light, and then people are walking underneath them looking drunk. It's all that. It's fucking crazy. Did you see he said the B word? Did you hear him? Yeah, he used it wrong. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't catch that.
He used it as as like an object, but it's a smell, right?
Yes.
He said like they had their blah 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 out, but I don't think he did, Jessica. He did say it. Yeah, that's the first time it's been said on the show, I think, by a non-live person. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Keep going a little bit more. Sorry.
Behavior. Raggedy is the word for it. They already don't fuck with us like that, and this is how you want them to perceive us. Pride is an event based around acceptance and equality, not an excuse for y'all to act a fucking fool. All right, y'all. As long as you guys know that does not represent the entire LGBTQIA plus community, even I'm like, what the fuck? Do better. My fellow.
So what is that, by the way? Does that have that has a penis, right? That's not a girl.
I think it's a dude.
It's a dude.
That's a guy.
All right. Well, thank you.
F1
They
Fanatic
just need
is
to-
back.
What'd you say?
F1 Fanatic is back.
Oh, give the rainbow back and change the title from Pride to something else, please. Thank you. On behalf of all rainbow lovers, please return the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow.
I've never done anything close to this. Number 71.
You want to look at the poll?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait till you see 71. I can't wait to show you 71.
What's up with this poll? All right. Well,
Wow.
80-20.
Are you kidding me?
Got a lot of Globus in the chat, I think.
That is such bullshit. Can we leave it open a little longer?
Sure.
So like 100 votes.
Listen, go over. Where do they vote? On YouTube?
Yeah, in the live chat on YouTube.
Please, if you think the earth is flat over Michelle Obama having a penis, please go over there and vote. If you think Michelle Obama is a man over the earth being flat, don't vote. Go get a snack or something. Yeah, idiots. That's what I agree too, Chris. Idiots. Idiot. Idiot.
Where is the
Hey. Oh shit. It's getting It's getting worse. You assholes. 3 of you just fucked it up.
Wait, I brought it back.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that too. How do I go over there?
Someone's
gonna be what's crazy is someone's gonna be like, that show has a bunch of flat earthers and other okay, I'm clicking on the show. Where do I vote? Vote. If you had there's a button for me to end the poll. I don't want to end it. How do I just vote? I can't vote because it's
because you're probably logged in as the podcast. You probably don't have another login.
Fuck.
I think our Hebler show is gonna be moved.
Again?
Yeah. Well,
Did he
according
just
to some text you sent through last night
Oh no.
with a another guest that might be taking that slot.
Oh. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 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 no. Oh Oh no, I don't have my phone with me. You're telling me that he was scheduled for this Thursday night?
Mm-hmm. Which has been our third time. The first time was my screw up. I screwed up there was a scheduling conflict on my part, and then we rescheduled him. And then last time he had something come up.
John Hackelman just texted me and said, "How's your dog?"
What a good dude.
Yeah,
What a good guy.
Just
How is your
expecting
dog?
it to die soon.
yeah, alive.
Well, you've
I
kept
just wrote back
you have
alive.
mentioned it a few times. It's like it's not doing good.
Wow. Hey, I need we need more better resolution to what happened yesterday in our thread.
Oh,
Think so?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
What do you mean by resolution though? You saw the whole thing, right? Like you went back.
Yeah. I just hold on, sorry. I want to show you guys oh shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I want to show you guys Biden touching some girl's tits, which is pretty crazy. I want to ask you guys if you do that, but
What number is it?
I don't disagree with the dialogue. I don't disagree with like, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I think that's a totally fair question.
Okay.
But then I just don't think you should hit your kids. You know what I mean? I'm just not. I think there's value and opportunity that's had from everyone in that thread.
Okay.
Do you disagree with anything I've said so far? Either of you? You guys are in the thread.
Yeah.
Like, would you rather deal with that person or deal with like your dog peeing on your carpet? I'd rather deal with that person's kind of idiosyncrasies all day long rather than my dog peeing in my house. But I just have to now talk to the other person and just be like, hey, can we just be just like cool? Like, I don't know how I want to present it to the other person. Like, hey, can we just use this as a learning experience? How would you handle it? How would you fix it? We had a beef. We had a falling out on our thread between a couple people.
Yeah.
I'm not asking them. I just think it's a missed opportunity. Like, I think like it's just it's not best for everyone where we're at right now. I think it was better before.
Really?
You disagree with me?
I don't know. I'm having trouble articulating this live.
You don't want to hurt anyone's feelings publicly.
I can tell you a lot if we were
Right.
live.
Okay. All right. Let's give it a little more breathing room. Let's look at Biden.
Yeah.
I do everything in my power to physically not make people feel uncomfortable. But I have done stuff I think that makes people we had this I'll use my wife's cousin for example. She's like some kind of Jew that you can't hug. There's some girl Jews you can't, if they're married, you can't hug them.
Oh, okay.
And twice, like probably the 10 times that I've seen her, twice I hugged her. My wife's like, dude, you can't do that. You're not allowed to touch her.
How'd she react when you hugged her?
She was cool. She was chill. Like she didn't get
back.
I can't even remember, but I didn't even know by her body language. I didn't know. I wasn't like, yo,
Yeah.
this
It wasn't like.
but like, yeah.
Okay.
Like I want to meet people with that, but I also, anyway, I've never done this is just crazy to me what we were about to see. I wish I would have shown you before I said all that shit. Cause I want you guys' honest opinion, what you guys think about this. Okay. I've seen dudes like this, by the way, and it's bizarre to me. Okay, here we go. Here we don't go.
Are
Did
you
I give
pulling
you
it
guys
up?
the number?
What's happening?
No, I've been waiting for the number.
Oh, 71. Sorry, 71. Sorry.
Because we're both like frozen. Like, is someone pulling this? Are you doing it? He got it.
You were looking like you were pulling it up.
Sorry. I just can't even believe that this is. So this is some actress named Eva Longoria.
Yeah, remember her from like? Wasn't she in one of the Sex in the Cities? She was the slutty one.
Now I do have a was she?
I don't know. I think so.
I would like to kind of explain. Give. I do have a defense for Joe, but let's play this first. Here we go. Like you don't put your hands on. I wouldn't even. You don't put your hands on a woman like that, right? Even like where they were originally. Do you ever, Susan? Do you remember the last time you put your hands on a woman like that, on her back, even?
No, not. Yeah,
Besides your own girl, right?
not in that setting. Yeah, for sure.
I pick my boys up from there, like if I'm gonna lift them up.
Can we see it one more time?
Here's my only defense for him: that she's back. My only defense for him is that she backed up and he didn't expect it.
Yeah, he was like,
But either way, he shouldn't have had his hands there in the first place, right?
yeah, but I just think also too, like, I don't even think he fucking knows what's going on. You know, like I don't think he has the cognitive ability to like cop a feel.
There is nothing behind those eyes. If you
Yeah,
look at him.
that's
Just
what I'm saying.
Watching
Like
his face is like there's
Yeah.
nothing there.
And what did he do? At the most, he got a little top of the thumb rub. Like,
How would you feel if he did that to Grace?
I mean, I would literally feel like he is not there cognitively to like get anything out
So
of that.
you're giving him a
We're
pass
assuming-
because he's just
yeah.
old as shit.
Okay, we're assuming
He's
has
retarded. You think it's like a retarded, like a dog that couldn't hold its bladder that peed in your house?
I just think he's like this. Like you could replace that with a guy. You could have put his hand directly on her boob, and he would have been like, "Oh, is this happening?" Like I don't think he has the cognitive ability to have the intention to grope her. Is where I'm at.
Man,
Is where I'm at.
wow.
Like if you switch him out with Trump or something, I'd be like,
Hey,
"Oh,
so
you know,
does that mean you get a pass? How about does that mean you get a pass?
No, you don't get a pass because that would assume that you're like doing it multiple times or something, right? Like I don't think anything in this video is that harmful to where, you know, like to me that would be like you go up and you talk to some old man, he's like, huh, and reaches out, like, sweet girl, and the back of his hand like brushes her boob as she like leans in. It's like, I don't know.
Okay. All
What
right.
about you? You think that's intentional and he that we're gonna consider that a grope and he did that intentionally?
I think
Because
I
that's
think-
a harder leap for me to make than the other way.
I think at best it's just habits of being fucking completely inappropriate with women, and being at this age it's just a fucking habit and he thinks he can get away with anything. I think that as a Democrat or as someone who wants to defend Biden, you keep saying, "Oh, it's just because he's old. That's why he makes those gaffes." But it's like that doesn't explain anything. Or things were different back then. It's like, "Oh yeah, I have slaves in my house." Well, why? Well, I'm old school. Like, I think at best it's just that he's a fucking pervert and his fucking automatic now that he fucking has no one behind the eyes, and that he doesn't respect anyone and he's a power hungry fucking creep. That now at best, because there's no one, like Caleb said, behind those eyes, that it's just automated response. But I think that's fucking gross. I don't think you should treat women like that. Or
Well,
men.
she was really uncomfortable. You could tell.
She was.
Yeah, the way she like pulled away in that and like kind of like then like moved his hands. Like yeah, that to me screamed she was very aware and was uncomfortable with the situation. I just don't even think Biden wipes his own ass.
Wow. Serious
Serious.
about that?
Yeah. I'm dead. I'm like I.
Whoa,
would be
whoa,
surprised.
whoa.
Here's what I think. He's gonna run
Whoa.
for president. They're gonna bring him closer and closer to election time. Something with his health will happen. So then that way he could move out as like the primary candidate, and then somebody new will slide into that Democratic slot.
Logan Mars, a third option to the poll. Biden is a perv. I'll vote for that over the other two. Then we can lay Mike to rest.
And I'm not.
Who's
making-
Mike? Who's Mike?
Mike Obama.
Oh. Shit.
Did that poll change any better?
No.
What does this mean, dude? He's at 18% charge, meaning like he's just
Yeah, like he's on his way out. Like
He's
if
on
you
low battery mode.
Yeah, if you open the wrong app, it's dying.
oh my God. If Trump did that, there'd be rape. He'd be pulled up for rape charges. I know that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's like, or I guess an old instructor. They are a nurse on that, like on the presidential team. And I so wish I could ask her just about what's going on over there because.
Yeah. And whenever I watch Biden do anything publicly, I don't even watch him. I watch everybody around him. And if you watch everybody around him, it's like they're at the uncomfortable dinner where like you got to let grandma or grandpa speak because they kind of started the family, but everybody knows they're going to just trail off into some crazy shit. Or if they're even have a more of a public venue. So everybody's just sitting there like, and in their mind, they're like, shut this dude up, get him off the stage as quick as we can.
Biden is the real life Weekend at Bernie's. Caleb, why can't you ask her? That's a good question. Thank you, Jan, for the loot.
Because they will not talk about it.
Well, I told you I had a friend who went there for a wedding, the grandchild's wedding. And they said he's completely out, just the old dude that no one talks to, just completely out to lunch. There's just nothing.
And that's why I just think that, like, although it wasn't appropriate and it was definitely creepy and gross, I just don't know if he had, like, I don't even know if his freaking dang-a-lang works.
No, it definitely doesn't work.
You know what I mean? So then, therefore, what's the intention?
Just habitual. He's just a habitual creep.
That by that.
61. I love Mexican art. I just wanted to show this is Mexican art here. This is awesome. This is fucking brilliant, actually.
And even though Hunter Biden is like kind of off on his own with that, and you can't control everybody in your family, the fact that they're enabling him to still doing what he's doing and covering it up and playing a part in it tells you the moral ground that family sits on and the standards that they live by. Well
said. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah, you're not in control over your kids, but yeah, the cover-up's crazy.
Yeah, the cover-up is the issue, right?
And then you right there, you see the importance of like you play by different rules once you're the president. Like you can't be cheating on your wife. It should be illegal. You can't have mistresses. You can't have shit going on in your family like that, or else it can be leveraged against you. Or if you do, you need to be 100% honest about it.
Right.
Pandora Plant. These photos are a poignant reminder of the challenges and sacrifices millions of workers across the globe face. The images capture the daily commute of Mexican workers who travel long distances by truck or on foot to reach their workplace. You know what's funny is there's probably none of those are probably Mexican. They're probably like Venezuelan and Ecuadorian and all that shit. Just because I say that not for any reason, you just can't trust anything anymore written. And it's also irrelevant. Often in challenging or dangerous conditions, we get a glimpse into the lives of these workers who are often unseen and unheard in our fast-paced modern world. Pointless, liberal fucking nonsense bullshit. No one sees anyone going to work. That's like some tug at your heartstring shit, by the way. Often in challenging or dangerous conditions, we get a glimpse into the lives of these workers who are often unseen. All the workers are unseen. The guys working on our roads, the guys working on our sewers, all that shit. Guys putting in swimming pools. The fuck is that? That's just bullshit. Anyway, in our fast-paced modern world, despite the hardships they face, you mean how stoked they are that they're fucking alive and making money and bringing food home to their family and getting self-worth? Oh, that kind of hardship? They continue to show up day after day, driven by a sense of duty and responsibility to their families and communities. Yeah, just leave it at that. Why does it have to be poor them? That's the liberal bullshit. It's like poor them. I'm better than them. Poor them. Hey, we've all done that. I've done that. I've ridden in a truck and hidden like that going to a job before. Every boy has fucking done that. Every boy had a paper route where he had to get up and fucking ride around, or he rode in the back of a truck illegally and helped someone mow lawns. Everyone's done that. Fuck. But anyway, I do like the pictures. The pictures are cool, right?
Yeah, it doesn't exactly look like those two are having a terrible time.
Well, the guy on the left just gave the guy on the right a handy. They don't have to. You don't have to do all. Did someone just strum a guitar?
Yeah,
I think it's a video.
Oh.
That dude's asleep.
Mexican art. Oh, here we go. Like, can it just be cool? Oh, this is cool. This is fucking awesome. Louis Brackpool was on the show, and he's coming back on the show. I'm excited to talk to him. This is from his Instagram account, number 60. I like Louis. He was cool. Jake Chapman, Sevan blew. That means had oral sex with 27 homeless men for 6 months. That is not true at all. I don't blow homeless guys. That's disgusting. Do you really think Joe Biden doesn't wipe his own butt?
Yes.
So you think if he poops, he calls someone to wipe his butt, or you think he wears a diaper?
It probably depends on the situation. Like when he's out and about and has to be public facing, he's probably. It depends. Get it?
Somebody goes in the bathroom with him. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's got it on when he's in public, and I think that he's got nurses nearby when he's not.
Do you know in the United States, adult diapers outsell baby diapers?
Fuck.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. Hey, that also is another point for Elon with the not the depopulation, but like the population's lowering. We're not becoming overpopulated.
We're depopulating.
Yeah, because if you would, otherwise the opposite would be true. Yeah, it'd be more baby.
Oh. Wow. The White House has to have a Japanese toilet. What the fuck is a Japanese toilet? One that's like one with a bidet?
Bidet.
Yeah.
That's Japanese. I never knew that.
Well, like
No,
Japanese toilets, they always have a
it's
bunch of
not,
buttons
no.
on the side.
That guy's
You
just
know?
yeah. Well, that's true, but that guy's just racist, Deja. It's cultural appropriating. I think that it's called a bidet. Isn't bidet a French word?
That's what I thought.
But the Japanese do have all that weird shit even in their public restrooms. Would you like your toilet seat hot? Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Okay, Louis Brackpool. I wash your asshole with Japanese budaki bude. Would you like pork fried rice with that? Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day. You're a good boy. Oh, my son beat your son at tennis again. I see. You fat American. Ooh. They say crazy shit, right? Jab, they don't give a fuck.
Fuck.
Oh, your kid's smart. Not smart like my kid, but smart.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, have a nice day. Thank you. Now I spray my asshole with warm toilet seat and make it play music. It play music so no one hear me poo poo papa. You know, they even have that. You've seen the button, right, Caleb? Caleb knows. They got a button for everything. Play music, dry. They got a fan. Oh, you want me to dry your asshole? You Armenian hairy ass. I put fan on, dry after a bidet.
It Bluetooth to your phone. You just.
Oh, your kid lazy. Thank you. Your kid lazy. Thank you, Chris. Your kid lazy. He not do math homework for 12 hours today. Now he beat you at tennis. You kid lazy. Oh, that's not nice, Jan. She's Chinese. Why is Sevan doing an impression of Chinese? That was clearly Japanese.
Oh, come on, Jan. I gotta
do
that. I gotta say that.
Oh, can you pause this real quick? Sorry. There's these two Japanese girls that are now in my kids' jiu-jitsu class. Two girls. The fucking one girl's is fucking 6 years old. She's only been in the class 4 months, and she fucked Joseph up yesterday. She armbarred Joseph. Joseph's so fucking good at jiu-jitsu, and he's been doing it for fucking 3.5 years since he's been 3. I told him on the car ride home, like, you got fucking armbarred by a fucking white belt. Like, I got out of it. I'm like, dude, if that was in a tournament, that'd have been a fucking pin. I just wanted to hear him say, she's good. But those girls can't be held down on their back. They can sweep anyone. They're like cats. They can't be on, they're not on they won't stay on their back. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, they're so good. The older girl's just fucking strong as a fucking ox. She's probably like 2 inches. She has a 6-pack. She's 2 inches taller than Avi, maybe 3 inches, and she fucking outweighs him by 20 pounds.
And they just started?
And she holds the weight perfectly on her body. She looks like they're phenoms. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Jap girls, crazy, so fucking good at
Have I
jiu-jitsu.
met him? Or are they the? No, I've never met him.
Maybe
So-
you met him. They're family friends. I met him
Yeah.
in tennis, and then I told him to come to jiu-jitsu. Now I regret it.
I think I might have met them.
Yeah, they're like cats. Japanese girls are like cats. Well, yeah, they always land on their feet. Like you could just throw a Japanese girl up in there and she'll land on her feet. Fucking crazy. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Steve Flores. I went to Japan a few years ago. Some play music. Yeah, they do it all.
Damn.
They do it all. Their toilets are crazy. I know. Hey, arranged marriage. Hey, dude. The both those girls are phenoms. I would be fucking ecstatic if my boys married them. It's kind of weird to say that they're so young still, but these girls are, whew, they're something else. Parents are cool as shit too. They're the kind of parents where the mom and the dad go to events.
Mm.
Like me and Haley split up. One of us goes to tennis. One of us goes to jiu-jitsu. They like both or show up wherever. Yeah. Former tech people who were like, I think that they like I met them like 3 years ago, and I think that they were woke, and then they just like they went through like a mass awakening.
They had kids.
Just everything. I think they were in the tech world and they just realized like, fuck, this isn't like.
Yeah, but once you get out of that bubble, like it's easier to see, you know, like if all your friends are like you're just kind of in that little tech bubble or like the university bubble, you can't really have opposing opinions because even if you suggest something, like,
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Were you guys buying it? It's like all of a sudden it's like
If you were to be like, what about, do you feel bad at all for all those kids that aren't black that didn't get into college?
exactly like you're not bringing
Scumbag.
Yeah, you're not bringing
Fucking
that up.
scumbag.
Or just saying like, hey, it seems like, you know, I was with some of this stuff before, but now it seems like they're pushing a little too far. Like, what do you guys think? It's like, no, they're not pushing it too far.
These kids are so fucking talented. It's weird for those of you who have kids. Like you'll go somewhere and sometimes you just see some like you could think your kids are the shit, and then you just see some kid and you're like, wow. How they move, everything. Like these, with the younger daughter, so light on her feet. It's crazy. These kids do their. Well, I don't want to say too much about them, but I don't want to give away who they are. But it's crazy. You realize all the rules are different for them. Like all the ways that I would judge other parents and other kids, I don't judge these parents or these kids. These kids just beat to a different drummer. Like they can do their own shit. Like if you like some parents, like I saw them. Like I'll give you an example. If I saw your kids show up to tennis, like in
PJs
and rain boots. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, fucking get a fucking grip. These kids transcend all that. They're so good, so polite, so personal, so athletic, so overachieving anything. Like I don't even care. Like I see some of the shit they do and I'm like, yeah, like fuck it. And they want to do it. Like, like leave these kids alone.
That's strong of a correlate, huh?
What?
It's not that strong of a correlate then, is it?
They're just crazy outliers. I think they're just. I do think that there's a very, very strong correlate to fucking shoes and the way we dress to back injury, knee injury, and hip replacements and shit. What do you think? Like crazy high, like way higher than we could ever imagine.
I don't know about the injury, but I would say correlate, like presentation is a correlate of like how you're gonna like act or behave.
No, I meant just like I think putting shoes on kids for the first 10 years of their life, if we stopped doing that, we would see like some dramatic shift in like hip replacements or back injuries or
that I agree with.
Knee pain. Okay, that's what I meant. That's
what I agree with. And Kelly Starrett did
a
study in San Francisco with the elementary school with that.
He did?
Yeah, like he took they paid attention to all the kids as they entered into kindergarten and like the way they ran and played and how they moved and were on their feet. Yeah. And then at the end of first grade, they were all like heel strikers when they ran and everything else because the sitting screwed them up too.
Oh.
Yeah. And then it was like, depending on the more active wear they had, like they were better at it or worse. But that just told me like they were involved in more sports. And so they needed that type of attire versus the kids that weren't.
I want to ask you a question. It might be too intimate.
Okay.
You don't have to answer it, obviously.
Cool.
What's the fastest you on an air runner? What's the fastest you've ever run on it but the metric is, I'm not asking you is your speed. It's where it gave you what your mile time would be.
I haven't ran on it enough to have that answer.
Do you know what yours is, Caleb?
My mile time or how fast I've run on an air runner?
Yeah. Like yesterday I ran on the air runner and as fast as I fucking could. I ran like way high up on my toes and took strides, and I couldn't believe like for like a split second, like I saw like a mile time. Like if I could keep that speed, my mile time was crazy. You've never seen that?
I've just never ran on it. I've never ran on it that hard to see it or pay attention. Like I've only ran on it. The most I ran on it was at your house when we did that emo. And that was like the recovery almost minute, like where you jogged and then went hard on the bike. The fastest mile I've ever run is 5:55.
Oh, that's fast. But you could make the air runner say sub 4 minute mile for a second. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, does anyone else know what their fastest, if you sprinted on an air runner as fast as you could for a second, what's your, you have to get way up on your toes. You cannot run like you're on land at all. You have to basically be pushing the runner underneath you.
And then you do that and compare it to the fastest marathon time.
I've never run on an air runner. That's how I know I'm privileged, because I run on an air runner every day. You say that again and then compare it to the fastest. I think I could run for a short distance on an air runner faster than the fastest. What's the fastest mile ever?
Like a
3
4
change.
something. Yeah, 3.
No, I think it's below 4 because this guy just ran the 2 mile at 7:53.
Wow.
Yeah. Just broke it like not that long ago.
Triggered. I'm triggered. See it? I'm triggered. Don't tell anyone, but I'm triggered. You know? Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm triggered.
No,
You got triggered.
First name.
Don't, Caleb. Fuck, Caleb. There's a private chat, dude. Everyone just heard what you said.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Oh, good. Dude, nice
I
cover.
just know
Good.
that's
Good.
I have a person in my life named Patrick that I do not.
Oh, fuck. Caleb. That's that we were Caleb.
What are you talking about?
Well, thank you for the $5. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you for the $5.
That's so good. So
We need to have a powwow after this and just we need to make a list name. A blacklist. Patrick Anderson said someone ran 7:53 2 miles. Crazy.
Yeah, that was the one that was just broken. In the they have this treadmill set up like an air runner, and they got a big inflatable thing around it. This was at a marathon that Grace ran like a few years back, but they bring it place to place, and they slowly get it up to speed to the world record marathon time, which is probably
and then you can jump on it and see if you can run at that
pace.
They
bring it up to speed over 100 meters, and then once it's up to speed, there's a big meter count, and it's just see how long you could hold that pace, and people just get spit out the back of it. That's
wow, I love it.
It's incredible. And one time there was a bunch of people cheering, and this one younger kid who was like probably like 13, 14 was just holding pace in full stride for like almost 200 meters, and that was like the furthest we've seen someone go. Crazy.
In Vienna, the Kenyan achieved a milestone once believed to be unattainable, but is a 1:59:40 marathon time.
Yeah,
will not be recognized as a world record. Fuck it won't. It is here.
The reason they said that is because he did it with pacers and a draft car or something like that.
Yeah.
So he was drafting off of people for the whole 2 hours.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it.
Still faster than a 5-minute mile for 26 miles.
So this is a fucked up story. I probably shouldn't tell this story. I talk a lot of shit when I play tennis. And that's one of the rules. You're not allowed to talk during tennis. Did you guys know that?
No.
Why do they yell so loud then?
You're not allowed to I'll hit a ball, and if I think it's going to be close to the line going in or out, I'll say to my kids, in, like even before it lands. You're not allowed to do that. Or like I'll hit a shot that's like looks like a kill shot, and I'll be like, ooh, like that, you know?
Doesn't Nick Kyrgios do that? Kyrgios?
Does he?
Yeah, he's like the massive shit talker in tennis.
So the first time we played best out of 11, and he won 6-4. And he was fighting back tears. At one point I was up 4-1. So the next time we played, we only had time to play 2 games, and I got up 2-0, and he fucking tapped his racket on the ground and broke his racket.
Mm. Did
I
you
haven't
get
told
caught
that
up for
story.
No. Did he get in trouble for that?
No, I saw the options. The options were to become Jesus Christos or to fucking become Satan. I chose Jesus Christos.
That's right, bitch. On my
I
house.
was like, I was like, wow, here's the crossroads. I could just fucking just explode on him and be like, you fucking idiot. That was $120 racket you just broke on the ground. You're a fucking cunt. Or I could just be like, take a deep breath and just let it just sit. And I just took a deep breath and I was just like, wow.
Just enjoy that.
And my son doesn't cheat. He doesn't do any of the stuff that other kids do in tennis. Tennis is a really easy game to cheat in because you're responsible. There's no judges. And so I walk up to the net and he walks up to the net. I could tell he's fucking like in shock. I go, hold your racket up. And he holds his racket up and there's like a flat edge on it now. You know, it's supposed to be an oval.
Mm-hmm.
There's a flat edge on it. Like you slammed the brakes on a car, right? On a brand new set of tires and slid 400 feet. Just a flat spot on it, on the wheel. I'm like, hey, dude, you broke your racket. He's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, dude, what? You broke your racket? He's like, no, I didn't. And I could see now tears are building up his eye. And I'm talking only this loud. I'm like, well, here, let me ask you this. If the racket came in the mail like that, do you think we'd keep it or send it back? He's like, we'd keep it. I can play with this. Like, oh my God.
He's gonna die on that sword, dude.
So I'm like, okay, can you hold it up against my racket? And I hold it up against my racket, and it's like I use same size racket as him. I use one of his old rackets, and it's like oval. And then there's his racket, and it's got. I'm like, dude. He's like, it's fine. And a couple of the wire, you know, the meshing, the wire is all pushed in on his side. I'm like, I walk off the court and I start packing our stuff up. I walk over to the other court where my wife and my kids are playing, and I start packing up the stuff, and I can hear him start. He's crying now.
Did you feel partly responsible because you were talking shit?
1%. I very little, but yes, but not enough to where like we played again since. But I told his tennis coach, and his tennis coach sat him down and was like, "Hey, dude, if that ever happens again, you're gonna have to take a break from tennis. Like that can't happen."
Oh,
yeah.
He's probably so frustrated.
It was interesting. It was interesting. Between us, I was actually kind of proud of him. I was like, because if anything, I was worried that he was too. He didn't really have the fighting spirit in him. Like not in a bad way. Like I'd be okay if he didn't. But he's the kind of guy. Sometimes I just think he's just too nice. He just is like in jiu-jitsu, he's just helping all the other kids or whatnot. And I'm just like, man, I kind of want him to like not like winning. And he said that I actually asked him, I think it was the next day, I go, why'd you do that? He goes, I really want to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, okay. Coach gave him 3 tools. I forget what they were if you feel like breaking your racket, but one of them was wiggle your toes and feel your toes if you feel like you want to break your racket. Thought that was interesting. Yeah, he cares. Yeah. I was just I told my wife I was just celebrating what a good dad I was, because that could have gone horrible. When I got home that night and the kids were saying, like, dude, I could have just exploded.
Yeah,
no, I didn't feel like shit. Actually.
You let him like deal with it, and then if you would have exploded, he just would have like, then it wouldn't have been about what he had done. It would have been about like in his mind how you reacted to it.
Right. I didn't even think of that, but you're right. You're totally right.
So then rather than being like, my dad's crazy, like he did this and he got all upset and it was just this little bit, like you were just like, okay. And then he had to be like, fuck, I did break the racket. Fuck, that was overcalled for, you know, dang, I shouldn't have done that. And he gave him the space to like beat himself up a little bit for what he did.
He's so obviously a better tennis player than me. Like I don't even really play tennis. I'm just using my size and coordination and like my brain power to beat him. But like everything he does is better. His ball placement, his hitting, his stroke, and so it was absurd that I won 2 in a row. But I could tell he was getting angry because he starts laughing like out of control. Like every time I score, he starts like laughing I'm like, uh-oh.
Storms are brewing.
Okay, sorry. Number Lewis Brackpool. He's coming on the show. Number 59. Can we just admit that the pride flag is the sex flag? It's the same genitalia flag. Like, let's just stop pretending that it's about acceptance or any of that. It's not. It's just a straight genitalia flag. Macaulay Culkin. Sebi, first time you've ever had a size advantage. Except when I stand next to you with my pants down. Oh. Action.
Terrible.
You're taking the wrong fucking flag down, mate. At least you know that.
It's just, you don't think I don't know that? It's like, well, why are you doing it? I saw this happen as well in the US, where the pride flag was stationed in between 2 American flags. The truth is, this flag doesn't represent civil liberties. Pride is now a transnational corporation. It is a lobby group. It pushes the ideology of hypersexualization, compelled speech, hormone therapy to children, degeneracy, and it mocks Christianity. Because the original meaning behind the rainbow was God's covenant with Noah. It was a commitment to maintain the relationship between creator and creation. So no wonder that meaning has been completely hijacked.
There you go.
Tax dollars hard at work.
Was that 59?
60.
Caleb?
60.
Oh, that was 60? Oh, what's 59? Is that the same thing?
No, it's a press conference with the White House.
Oh, let's see what the president has to say. Oh, no, it's the lady. Here we go.
Criticism also.
There's been some criticism of the pride flag violating the U.S. flag code. Did anyone notice that?
So of the White House, the flag placement, the pride flag violating the U.S. flag code. Did anybody notice that or fail to notice that, or was it an intentional statement? Can you just explain what happened with that?
So the administration was proud again to display the pride flag. It was a historic event at the White House. It's centered around the love and family, and I think that's important. And so, we're not going to let anyone distract us from that. What was the meaning of the day? What was the meaning of having families here and to celebrate a community? I'm certainly not going to get into protocols from here, or I'll leave that to others. And so, we're proud of this historic event that we were able to put together here on the South Lawn for families.
How do you can you pause this? How do you think it is that, do you remember when Trump used to have his lady up there? They would actually have a dialogue. She would like fight back. She'd be like, Trump said 2 + 2 is 5 and it's 4. And she'd be like, well, that's true, but you took it out of context because you didn't see that he had another one over here. And they're like, well, he didn't point to it. She'd be like, oh, yes, he did. And they would go back and forth and stay on subject. Right? This fucking bitch never fucking stays on subject. The whole fucking thing is a game.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing with this press secretary, Huckabee wasn't like that. Sarah Huckabee wasn't like that.
No, I appreciated her. Yeah.
This fucking bitch right here. And I apologize for fucking calling one of my fellow humans that, but this fucking bitch right here, I can't think of once I've heard her answer the question. It's like, the question is you put the fucking gay flag in the middle of 2 American flags, and there's probably something against the flag code on that. And she could say, we made that choice to draw a strong to make a strong point. Or, you know what? That's fucking, you're right. It was fucking, it's not cool. We should follow the rules. Rules, whether they're good or bad, offer discipline. And we should, if we wanted to put the gay flag there, we should have followed the protocol and to put it just right next to the American flag, or we should have changed the flag code, like something, nothing. There's just no. It's the same thing with affirmative action. There's no pushback there that allows me logically to say, okay, you're right. You're right. Don't let fucking Japanese kids in and let in black kids based on their skin color. I get it. It's just like we've set ourselves back hundreds of years. It's like, you're not telling me anything. You're not like, it's almost like they're afraid to say what their argument is because it will just be filled with holes.
Yeah, well, then they'd have to take accountability and responsibility, and that's a slippery slope.
No one's denying that it feels really, really fucking good to take really, really fucking poor kids and help them. Everyone unequivocally wants to do that. Even the grossest, scummiest, Satan worshiping pedophile fucktards on the planet, somewhere inside of them knows that it's good to help a child.
Not in the way that they help the children, but
so no one's against the idea of taking poor kids and helping them. But it's not poor kids. It's poor kids with a certain skin color. And you're just fucking conflating the two. It's the same thing it's the whole Democrat thing. Greg, I forgot to ask him last time he was on the show. I'm going to start the show off on Thursday. Is that tomorrow, Thursday? He comes on the show tomorrow morning?
no.
2 days.
Oh. And I'm going to ask him. Greg has a perfect fucking understanding of what Democrats are versus Republicans in terms of there's no intellectual there. You don't arrive at becoming a Democrat because you got there by thinking. It's just about feeling good. This heroin addict was writhing in pain, and I know, so I gave him needles and some heroin, and he shot himself up, and now I feel better because he got rid of his pain. It's just short-sighted idiocy. It's just about feeling good. There's no intellectual merit to it. Is that the word, merit?
It works.
And that's okay. And that's okay, but just admit it. I overfed my dog because it made me feel good because he was always hungry and he got fat and died.
Mm-hmm.
Savior complex. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Fourth of July.
It is.
You're going to the Giants game today?
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna jump off in a couple minutes here because we're gonna take off.
Did we do 62? This is every Pride event, Tran event I've been to?
No.
There's one that says LK, Liver King. Oh, yeah, we already saw this. This is just kids petting kids at a sex parade. You don't even have to play this. Whatever. Just kids, once again, at a sex parade. Guy dressed in sex clothes. Like, what are those clothes called with all the sexual dominatrix shit? Look at kids petting them, partaking in the performance. Look at.
That's.
Hey, you can go down to San Francisco and see that just on any given weekend. I'm not joking. Yeah, what the actual fuck?
I'll film some for you.
Thank you.
There'll be a little man on the street down there.
What's 58? I put all the tough guys, straight guys I know love these totes. Tits? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Never mind. That's the trannies on the lawn at the White House.
Oh, these are all dudes though, right?
I think so. Or that might be a chick in the pink.
And that's a dude?
That's a dude. That hot thing right there is a dude.
Wow.
That's a dude then.
He looks like just your typical wife of some fucking Orange County fucking conservative dude.
For sure.
Like she just pulled up in her G-Wagon. That's what's so funny.
Do you drive different when you drive to San Francisco? Like when you drive in the city?
Oh, I like this conversation. You mean like, do I lock my doors?
Like Grace gets upset sometimes because when we come into the city, like we're taking her car today, but especially like when we take the Civic, I'll roll down the one working window and like partially lean out of the car.
Yeah.
And then just start getting my swerve on through the city. Like
I'm very aggressive in the city. I'm very aggressive in the city.
Maniac, dude.
Yeah, I'm very aggressive.
And people know, they see the car, like that guy doesn't give a fuck. Like if you got a nice car and you want to play bumper cars, like let's go, baby. My shit will fall off and I won't even bother getting out of the car. I'm like, oh fuck it, weight reduction, bumpers off, it's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't care.
And you fill your tank up before you go there. The last thing you want to do is have to stop somewhere and put gas in your car.
Oh, I mean, not only are you gonna pay $3 more because it's inside San Francisco, but the chances of you getting mugged just went up like 95%.
Right. Or at least stepping on a needle.
Well, that's a given. That is either a needle or human shit. It's gonna be one of the two.
You could dye your hair blue. Yeah, like with I have my blue hair because you could dye your hair blue before you go into the city. Get a little protection.
I'm gonna get the clippy here. Little bull ring. Let them know I'm cool.
You will see a disproportionate number of bull rings in the city.
One of my assless chaps.
Oh, let's do one more. This one is funny. This is funny. These are 47. These are new movies that are coming out on Netflix. This is good. This is really good. These are DEI movies. How about, wait, do you see this? Elon Musk. John Vick. Messier. Hey, is that Kendrick Lamar?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
George Washington. These are amazing. Polar bears. By the way, this guy was on the podcast, and Funker Tactical. I think this guy, I don't know what he is. He might be Japanese, Mexican, or something. Barack Obama. What's this actor's name? I really like him.
Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, Gosling.
Oh, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, thank you. Yeah, I'll take 40% credit. I got half. Go ahead.
Did you hear about the albino grizzly bear that kept getting transplanted from the Arctic to to his normal forest?
Like they would capture him and take him there?
Yeah.
No shit.
So they found him in a forest and they're like, oh, this poor polar bear got lost in a normal forest.
Yeah.
And so they picked him up and took him back to the Arctic. And then some scientists found him and they were like, wait a minute, this is just an albino grizzly bear.
Oh,
so then they picked him up and took him back to the forest. And then they did it I think they did it 2 more times until they finally were like,
see,
it's actually a grizzly bear.
Humans, smart humans.
That's liberal thinking. They just saw the skin color, made an assumption, and now he's dead.
Exactly.
I dare Disney to change the main character of Tarzan to black. A black guy that grew up with gorillas. I dare them. They'll do it. They don't even fucking. Humans are arrogant with nature. Let's put him where he belongs. All right. Happy 4th, everyone. Thanks for tolerating me this morning. I can't even tell you who's on tomorrow. I don't even have any of my shit with me.
It's Matt Torres and Colton Mertens.
Oh, tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning. We got Torres on first for the hour check-in. Then we'll have Colton come in at 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. The brute strength guy, Emma Carey.
Yep.
James Sprague.
Yep.
Daniel Brandon. Fee Sagafi. Dallin Pepper. He's the guy.
He's the guy.
And then afterwards, Colton Mertens, the poster child for the Sevan Podcast.
A little check-in with Colton afterwards.
The Swolverine.
That's right.
Fuck, that's cool. And then, do we have anyone tomorrow night?
Not Wednesday night, no.
And then Thursday morning, we have Greg Glassman, and Thursday night we have Sarah Sigmund's daughter or the Flat Earth guy.
Correct.
Oh man.
Yeah, a little conundrum.
How did I do that? Was Flat Earther on the schedule? How the fuck did I do that?
Yeah, he was on the calendar.
I'm so sorry. Fuck.
Yeah, he's on the calendar. And then Friday we'll have Lewis Brackpole in the morning, and then we'll have the update show in the evening. Then we got Blade on Saturday.
The cop from the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm. Who actually just said if he saw me in San Francisco, he's going to pull me over to break the streak. Just do it on the way to the game, not home.
Is he working?
I don't know. He just dropped that as a comment in there, and I just thought it was hilarious.
All right. Oh, in the comments, in our comments?
A long time ago, yeah. When you had asked me,
Oh.
like when you had asked Caleb and I when the last time we got pulled over. Hey, you want to see this cool picture I'm super proud of? See that?
The Real Sevan Podcast t-shirts available at Vindicate. Oh, you took that?
Yeah. Now it's the background of my phone, but I forgot I took it.
Oh, when you're in Europe. Yeah, that's cool.
An aroma.
So those are pre-ordered. Those Vindicate shirts. The Real Sevan Podcast, No Plan B, then CEO in the front. Those are cool. And they say Santa Cruz on them.
Yeah, those are cool.
Do we get in trouble for that?
If we sell enough of them.
Yeah, that's really cool. Hey, I really like the fact that in the new games documentary that I saw a CEO shirt walking in the Capitol. You did?
Yeah. There was one when Tia, I think it was like Tia had finished or somebody had finished towards the end of the dock. The one walking in the Capitol, the first one, and then the one at the end of the dock, at the finish line inside the stadium. Like somebody like turned and clapped, and they're wearing a CEO shirt when they caught like a slow-mo of like, I can't remember if it was
last year we gave away 1,000 CEO shirts at the games.
1,000 of them. Yeah, there was hell of them around.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is cultural appropriation, using the Harley Davidson shirt. All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Matt Torres. That's awesome. I'm excited. Does Brute have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Like Training Think Tank has one. YouTube.
I think so.
Brute Strength. Oh, yeah. Okay, they do. Oh. Oh, but they don't publish to it. Oh, no, they do. Videos.
Yeah,
3 days ago, 10 days ago. Dr. Nicole Torres, how to start a business. I don't know if that's related to Matt Torres.
How to start a business and sun your butthole.
And sun your... Oh, is it... No shit?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, it is a butthole sunning. Oh, there's no video. It's just audio. All right. All right, guys. Thank you. Have fun at the Giants game. If this might be the last time you guys ever see Sousa.